In just a few moments, Game 5 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics will tip off from TD Garden in Boston, and it's a massive Game 5 at that. We're live here on 76ers Now and Boston Celtics Today, and no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, we appreciate all of you for being with us here tonight. It's Philadelphia against Boston in one of the best rivalries in all of sports. And this game has a lot of implications with this series locked up at 2-2. Producer Coop is my right-hand man tonight, and you're all with us as well, so we're really happy that you're here. Let's begin with this. We're emanating live from the Chat Sports Studios in Dallas, Texas. Where are you? Shout out your city. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you some shout outs as we are live here for our pregame show with tip-off set to begin in about 15-20 minutes. Nicole, Colin, Tony Fuentes, Mr. Awesome Guy, and Ryan Rowe, they're with us on 76ers Now, and then Robert Campbell and Jeff Stamps live with us on Boston Celtics Today. Let us know where you are. Coop, can't wait for tonight. It's going to be an awesome one.
Game 5, man. Gotta love it. It's a huge game for both franchises. I know you've said this over the series. The Sixers have not beat the Celtics since 1982. In a playoff series, and this would go a long way into doing so. Need a big game from Joel Embiid tonight.
Yeah.
He was good. Contrary to popular belief, and even me, for that matter, he was good in Game 4 with 34 points, but I think they need a true MVP performance from Embiid tonight for them to win.
I agree. Look, James Harden has won the Sixers both games in this series. He is the sole reason why this series is deadlocked at 2 games apiece. Game 2, drops 45. Game 4, he drops 41. Going into the playoffs this year, he was 1 of 10 in game-deciding field goals late in games in the playoffs. He is 2 for 2 with those opportunities, and because he hit that go-ahead three-pointer late in Game 4, everybody failed to recognize and realize and remember that James Harden hit that floater at the end of regulation to tie things up. He's been incredibly clutch. But I think what the Boston Celtics are going to do tonight, they're going to double team him. They're going to swarm him. They are not going to let James Harden beat them. Instead, they're going to ask and force Joel Embiid to try to take down Boston. They want to see what Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey can do. They want to see if the other players outside of James Harden can bring the heat and steal another game in Boston. We have Jeff Stamps tuned in from Russellville, Kentucky. Ryan Rowe pacing the chat on 76ers Now. And you know who paces our watch party? It is Underdog Fantasy. You can double your first deposit up to $100. That's a 100% deposit match up to $100 with Underdog Fantasy. You see the link down below, chatsports.com/underdog, promo code CHATSPORTS. We're going to put that link in the comment section. It's already in the description of this video. NBA fans, don't miss out on the excitement of playing fantasy sports with Underdog Fantasy, the easiest and fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Build a pick'em entry by choosing whether your favorite players will have a higher or lower stat total in this week's game, and you could win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Sign up today using the promo code CHATSPORTS. Get your first deposit doubled up to $100. Just visit chatsports.com/underdog. You can find them in the App Store. Remember to use our promo code to claim your bonus. Some of the picks that Coop and I are rolling with tonight: 43.5 combined points, rebounds, and assists for Joel Embiid. The pressure is on him. You can make the argument it's the biggest game of his playoff career. I'm going to go lower here. Tyrese Maxey, 18.5 points. Does he finally break out in this series? He was solid in that Game 1 victory for Philadelphia. We like the higher with that total. Jayson Tatum, 28.5 points. Couldn't get it going. He was absent in the first half of Game 4. Then he started to find that groove there in the second half against Philly. We're going to go higher on 28.5 points. And then for Jaylen Brown, he's kind of been the most impressive Celtic so far in this series from a consistency point of view. We'll go lower, 29.5 points and rebounds for Jaylen Brown. Let us know who you got now, PHIBOS. It's the Sixers on the road against the Boston Celtics. Game 5 from TD Garden. And, of course, the storylines are plentiful The Sixers have not won a Game 5 in the second round in their last 6 opportunities. The last time that they did that and pulled off that feat was back in 2001. 2001 is also the same year and the last time that the Sixers advanced past the second round of the playoffs. And as Coop said a little while ago, Philadelphia has not beaten the Boston Celtics in a playoff series since 1982. And what happened that year? Dr. J and the Sixers ended up winning the NBA championship.
Think I'm taking Boston tonight to continue that trend. I just feel like at home, they need this win. I think Jayson Tatum has a big game, and they end up getting this Game 5.
Yeah, and with that, let us know who you got. Sixers, PHI, Boston, BOS, of course. Robert Campbell likes the Celtics. Let's go through a couple of keys to the game here. In my opinion, I think Joel Embiid needs to have a massive showing. James Harden, his co-star, has already won 2 games in this series. Now it's time for Joel Embiid to play like an MVP. Now, he was solid contrary to belief in Game 3. He was really good in that loss. In Game 4, he still had a double-double. He still scored more than 30 points. The dish out to James Harden was a great basketball play. He led the Sixers in scoring in that overtime period. Was he locked up by Al Horford in that fourth quarter? For sure. Did things get ugly? Yes. Is it a little bit concerning that P.J. Tucker had to come up to him to get him jacked up, pumped up, and to instill that confidence once again? For sure. But that's what P.J. Tucker does, and that lack of mental fortitude is what the Sixers have lacked over the last couple of years, and that's why with Embiid, they have not skirted out of the second round of the playoffs. So point number 1, key number 1, Joel Embiid needs to have an MVP-level performance. There's also this to look out for. Boston slowed it down a lot in Game 4. When they play their best basketball, it is not with a slow tempo. They can beat the Sixers in transition. So I think tonight, in front of the home crowd, adrenaline going to be pumping. They understand the implications of this game. They're going to try to up the tempo a little bit. And the Sixers do not play well when it's a fast-paced game. Why? James Harden likes to slow it down. Joel Embiid likes to slow it down in the half court. Also, you got to give him some time to catch up when you're going full court, 90 to 90. So for the Celtics, getting out in transition is really important. Back to the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey needs to have a big game here. He has really struggled mightily against Boston throughout his entire career. Now, I understand he's a young player, but he was great in round 1 against Brooklyn. He's had some signs of becoming a borderline superstar. But Boston, they've disrupted him. They've made him uncomfortable. They have a couple of different options they can throw toward him in Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, and Derrick White. Their length, their size, which is superior to Tyrese Maxey, it's caused some problems. Whichever team I think gets cooking from three-point range, I think ends up winning. And one of the big takeaways, Sixers defense was not good against Boston in Game 4 in some of those moments. That's why the Sixers blew that 16-point lead. The Celtics had a lot of open three-point looks. Look no further than Marcus Smart's three-point attempt at the end of regulation. The three-pointer that was a little bit too late at the horn in overtime. Al Horford's three, the big one, which he missed as well. Like, the Celtics had a lot of open chances, and they couldn't convert on some of those three-point looks. Oftentimes, though, at home, you do knock down some of those three-pointers. So it's going to be game over. It's going to get ugly very quickly, like it was in Game 2, if the Sixers' perimeter defense is not better. So those are the things that I'm looking out for. Let us know who you got. PHI for the Sixers, BOS for the Boston Celtics. Coop, anything that really stands out as far as your keys to the game for each of these teams?
I think the Celtics need to lock in defensively, especially on James Harden. James Harden he's had 2 fantastic games. He's had 2 not so great games. So from the Celtics standpoint, I think you look to be a little more aggressive on Harden. Maybe have a little more Marcus Smart guarding him instead of Jaylen Brown. I think that's an adjustment Joe Mazzulla might make. And then from the Sixers standpoint, I think you just have to stay the course with Embiid and just keep running the offense through him. He's your MVP for a reason, and let him cook and let him be the focal point of the offense tonight.
Yeah, what's interesting is that in Games 2 and 3, when Harden did not play well, I thought the Celtics had this level of aggression, this level of hustle. They double-teamed Harden. They wanted to get the ball out of his hands. What's interesting, too, is that when P.J. Tucker is on the floor, let's be real, I love his impact. I love that the culture of the Sixers has changed. He brings that dog mentality to this locker room. It's helped this basketball team twofold, both against the Nets and against the Celtics so far in this series. But when PJ Tucker's on the floor, the Sixers are basically operating 4-on-5 offensively. So if the Celtics double team James Harden, it makes up for PJ Tucker being left open. So if Tucker is left vacant in his patented corner role, he needs to hit those shots. Tobias Harris needs to step up. Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, they need to carry the load because I expect Boston, Coop, to really come out and pressure James Harden a lot in this game.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in Harden's face. And going back to Tucker real quick, I think it's interesting that he just isn't an offensive threat anymore. Because on those teams in Houston with James Harden, mind you, he was the best three-point corner shooter in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he's not getting those same looks here in Philly, but if he's open and he has a chance to knock down a couple tonight, I think he has to take advantage.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's gotten some of those looks, and throughout the regular season, even in moments throughout the playoffs, like he's taken some of those shots. He's passed up on a couple of those open opportunities, though, against Boston. I'm not sure if he's trying to set his teammates up to get better looks as well, but that has been interesting. But if Boston doesn't come out and just try to harass James Harden, and if they let him dictate the pace, dictate the flow of the game and the momentum, and they let him get comfortable, they're doing themselves a disservice because that's when Harden can get comfortable. That's when he can start knocking down those threes. And when James Harden is knocking down those threes, it forces some defenders to have to back up off him. That allows him to hit some of those step backs, but also he can get you to bite on the pursuit up floor. And that's what allows him to get past you on some of those dribble drives, which he can use the floater or drive and kick on some of the dribble penetration as well.
Once Harden gets past that first defender, it's basically game over because he has so many options and he's turned into such a good passer where he's able to find the open man or able to score the basketball like he is at the rim and get fouled or do whatever. Whenever Harden gets past that first man, he's one of the most dangerous players in the NBA.
Yeah, taking a look at the chat here. Ryan Rowe is hanging out. Maya's World. Let's go Philadelphia 76ers. June Bug likes the Sixers. Jason Womack likes Philly as well. And then over on Celtics today, we have Soulsborne God going with Boston. Raya saying that Jayson Tatum's shot is broken. Look, what he did in the second half was impressive. He just needs to be more assertive late in the game. Still Rocks throwing in those Boston Clovers. Corey Childs, what's up, Corey? Got in trouble for elbowing a person. Somebody forced me to, and also he hit the back of my head and it hurt. I got 3 days, and I was injured. All right, Corey, hopefully you're okay if that's what you meant. Robert Campbell, let's go Celtics, and then Corey back typing the BOS. We're about 5 minutes or so from tip-off in TD Garden. If you're ready for Game 5, let's go. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. We appreciate all of you for being here with us as we continue to preview this game. Then when this game goes down and Tip takes center stage from TD Garden in Boston, we'll provide live play-by-play, stats, analysis, audience interaction, and a whole lot more. Let's do a real one roll call. With this game set to tip off, Game 5, critical one winner takes a 3-2 series lead. Who's a real one? Do we have some real ones hanging out? Answer the real one roll call. That means that you love our content here on 76ers Now and on Celtics Today. You love our NBA content here at Chat Sports. And you go about your life with some swagger, and you never have any fear. Type real one down in the chat if you're about that real one life. I know Corey Childs is certainly a real one. Anybody on Sixers going to comment real one? Let's get it. You can subscribe to both channels. It's 76ers Now. It's Boston Celtics Today. We appreciate all of your support. Lock us in for year-round coverage of both of these squads. Mr. Awesome Guy, always a real one. Corey, make some more NBA channels, please. Well, I think
funny
we can
you say
announce
that,
this.
Corey.
Yeah, we're starting a Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls channel, actually, Corey. So we will have some new channels, which will be pumping out some content very soon. I think there's a lot of value in growing our NBA umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
I think these watch parties have certainly taught us that. I wish that we could do more of them, honestly, and maybe that's something that we'll continue to do in the future.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love the NBA?
Well, yeah, what Marshall's done with Knicks has been phenomenal, and it's proven that, yeah, you can take a footprint in the NBA content stratosphere And rather than it just being trade rumor season and a seasonal type of channel,
it can be a year-round sport.
Channel. I agree. Robert Campbell is a real one. Leonard saying, let's go Sixers Game 5. If you're watching actually on our Celtics stream, you can join us on our Sixers channel as well if you just want to interact with a bunch of Sixers fans. I'm putting that link in the chat on Boston Celtics Today. Look, we're trying to grow both of these channels. That's why we're live on both here. So if you want to come hang out with us on 76ers Now, you want to hang out with us on Celtics Today, a couple of options for your viewer experience. Let's do this now. Last opportunity to predict the winner, but more specifically, predict the score. Who do you got in this game? I think it's a close one, actually. I think it comes down to the wire. I get the slight edge to the Celtics, honestly, just because they're the home team. And look, I think that they're the deeper, more talented team. And the Sixers have won 2 of the games in this series to even it up at 2-2 because of the James Harden heroics. So that's why I'm saying a lot of these other pieces have to step up, show out.
I like the Celtics 105-100 tonight. I think it'll be a tight game. I think it'll come down to the wire, but at the end, the Celtics will pull away, hit a couple of free throws, take a 3-2 lead.
You know, it's a good sign. Walter Miller is back. He's typing real one. What's up, Walter? He's a legend, as is his beard. And then Mr. Awesome Guy. Did Chat Sports start with the NFL? I believe so, but really it was NFL, correct. NBA heavy. And then Walter Miller chiming in once again saying, let's get this win, go Sixers. Corey Childs, Celtics blowout, 120-95. That would certainly have the Sixers a little bit nervous heading back to Philly for Game 6. It would have Sixers fans very nervous as well, and that would mark the 7th straight time that the Sixers have lost a Game 5 in the second round of the NBA playoffs. One of those odd statistics as part of our chat stats portion of the show. Who you got? PHI for Philly, BOS for Boston. This game about to get tipped off. Celtics going to be rocking their black jerseys. Sixers will be rocking their white jerseys. And the lid about to erupt off TD Garden, downtown Boston. Beautiful city right on the water there. Not a far trip up I-95 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Chester Bird likes Boston. Robert Campbell, Corey Childs going with Boston. And, of course, Walter Miller typing his PHI. Elsewhere in the Eastern Conference, the winner of this series will meet the winner of Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. That series siding with Miami right now. 3-1. Man, Sixers fans, what a duo it would have been if you had Joel Embiid and Jimmy Butler to root on. I know that James Harden has been a magician 2 games of this series, but he does not have the playoff track record of a Jimmy Butler, who has had some monster games. For Harden, 45 points in Game 1, 42 points in Game 4. Can he do it again? Tyrese Maxey is all smiles. He needs to have a big game. Tobias Harris is dapping up his teammates. And then it's Jayson Tatum, who's averaging 24 points per game in this series, and Jaylen Brown, who's averaging 23.5. An elite wing combo in the NBA. Celtics going to be rocking their, I guess, dark green uniforms, not the black jersey. So first time they debut those here in the NBA playoffs. Very interesting. Starting lineups for Philadelphia, going to be James Harden at the 1, Tyrese Maxey at the 2, Tobias Harris at that small forward spot, PJ Tucker playing the 4, and then the big man, the MVP, Joel Embiid, anchoring the 5 spot. For Boston, Marcus Smart, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derrick White, Al Horford, the starters for Boston. Going to be the Sixers in their whites, Celtics in their green jerseys, and it's going to be Joel Embiid tipping it up with Al Horford, and it's the Celtics who win the tip as Horford bats it back to Marcus Smart. We're underway for this pivotal Game 5. Teams that win Game 5 win a playoff series 82% of the time. Jaylen Brown guarded well by PJ Tucker, then he's doubled by Tyrese Maxey. Corner 3 from Derrick White. It's short. Philly rebounds. James Harden will push it. He finds Joel Embiid up top, who's guarded by Al Horford. Embiid going to try to take Horford off the dribble. Double team comes, goes to Maxey, up top to Harden. Shot clock at 6. One-on-one against White. To Embiid. Horford tips it away. Embiid 3. Shooter's roll. He got it to go. And with that, one of my underdog picks is good. I had a half make for Joel Embiid. The higher hits the 3. Philly up 3-0. Then Jaylen Brown on the drive, going to get fouled by James Harden.
What a start for Philly with a little step back 3 on a broken play. And broken
possession too, Coop. It got ugly. I mean, they tried to go to Embiid very clearly. Al Horford not giving up any space. And then Embiid's desperation heave, it falls off the shooter's roll. Brown up top to Tatum. Shot clock at 9. He thought about shooting it. He goes to Brown into the corner to Marcus Smart. Corner pocket triple. Buries it. We're tied up at 3. Sixers will try to push. P.J. Tucker in the corner. Pump fake back to Tobias Harris. Harris guarded by Smart. Takes the Embiid screen. Goes to the rim. Layup no good. Good help defense by Horford. Tatum with the rebound. Harris is on him. In and out dribble. Left wing. Tries to cross him up. He gets by him. Kick out to Smart. Wide open for 3. Cash. Marcus Smart, 2 of 2 from distance. Celtics up 6-3. Smart putting the pistols back in the holster. Embiid will try to take Horford. Wrapped up. Jump ball. Horford played excellent defense against Embiid in the 4th last game. And that was a great kick out by Tatum. Hung in the air, wraparound pass to a wide open Smart. And that goes to one of the keys that I had here heading into this game. Celtics had a lot of open looks in game 4. They didn't hit a lot of those. Al Horford wins the tip against Embiid again. Back to Smart.
There's no excuse for Horford winning tips on Embiid.
No. James Harden with the steal. Outlet. Tobias Harris rises up for the slam and he throws it down. It all started with some good James Harden defense. You don't say that often. Did have a block last game, though. Tatum going to line up a 3. Off the mark to the left. Harden to Maxey. Sixers have lost 11 straight Game 5s just on the road. Their last 6 in general in the second round. Embiid, handoff to Tucker. Tucker down low to Embiid. Back to Tucker. Into the corner. Tobias Harris. 3-pointer well off the mark. Embiid rebound. He's in the paint. He's going to back it out to James Harden. Shot clock at 7. Harden. Bounce pass to Embiid. Free throw line extended. Can't connect on the 2. Brown guarded by Tucker. Kind of wants him. He's trying to beat him off the dribble. Tucker going to foul him, though, as Brown hits the deck on the drive. Jay Fresh, someone still rocks Chester Bird in the chat on Celtics today. Here on 76ers Now, Walter Miller, Mr. Awesome Guy, shout out to y'all. So it'll be a side out for Boston here. Horford up top to Brown, beats Tucker off the dribble. That's a mismatch so far. Brown wins that battle. He's able to lay it in. Celtics up by 3, 8-5. Harden guarded by Brown. Good pick from Embiid. Can they run a little 2-man game here? Harden matched up with Horford. He's liked that matchup throughout this series. To a wide open Tucker in the corner for 3. He's short. Tucker tried to punch the ball away. Celtics come up with the loose change. Tatum can't corral the pass. Floater, no good. Here's Maxey. Pull up Jimmy. No good, off the mark. Embiid rebound. Bucket and the foul. That's Embiid's second field goal. I'd like to see Embiid stay on that low block hoop, and here's the reason. He's having a difficult time beating Horford off the dribble, but he can back him down there.
Yeah, if they keep him deep in the paint, get him on that low block, he doesn't have to do as much movement. His knee won't be as effective, and he'll be able to bully Horford more.
Embiid hits the free throw. Tie game, 8-8. 8:21 left here in the first quarter. Brown into the corner to Horford. Horford tries to take Embiid off the dribble, hands it off to White. Spin move in the lane. He kind of bullied Tyrese Maxey there. Celtics back on top, up by 2. Harden far side, guarded by Brown again. That's been an adjustment for Boston here in this series. Embiid takes the feed, goes back to Harden. Harden comes off the screen to Embiid. He's guarded by Brown now. Mid-range jumper, rattles out. PJ Tucker rebound, out to Maxey. Pump fake, floater over Horford. No good. Toby turns garbage into gold, puts it in off the glass. We're tied up again. Smart, off the dribble. Blocked by Embiid. Goes to Harden. Sixers will push. They don't have numbers. Maxey for three. Got it. Sixers up by 3 as Maxey buries a trifecta. 13-10 Sixers. Zach Deloach, yo Nebraska. Let's go Celtics. Thanks for watching from Nebraska. Wide open lane there for Tatum. Instead, he goes back out to Horford. Horford to Tatum. Thought about a 3. Elbow extended. Short front rim. No good. Sixers 5 of 13. Celtics 4 of 9. Harden into the lane. Late foul call there. Late foul call. And we'll see if it's going to be a shooting foul. Either way, under 7 timeout. Sixers up early here, 13-10. And as we have a break in action, let's tell you about our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. 100% deposit match. Using the promo code CHATSPORTS, you can double your first deposit at chatsports.com/underdog. NBA fans, we're really excited to announce our brand new sponsorship with Underdog Fantasy, the premier destination for NBA fans looking to play fantasy sports for real money. With a wide range of games, including daily drafts, season-long best ball, and player pick'em, Underdog Fantasy has something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to win big and experience their user-friendly platform, world-class customer service, and easy withdrawals. Some of our picks for tonight, on a separate pick sheet, I did go Joel Embiid higher than a half three-point make. So that's a winner so far. Coop and I, we like the lower for 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey off to a solid start. Just recently hit that 3 to put the Sixers up 13-10. Higher, 18.5 points. Jayson Tatum, slow start, higher 28.5. And then Jaylen Brown, lower than 29.5 points and rebounds combined. We're going to put those links in the chat right now. Just give me a moment for myself to fetch those links. It's Underdog Fantasy, promo code CHATSPORTS. And you can double your first deposit up to $100. Those links right now. Hanging out in the chat on 76ers Now and Boston Celtics Today. More than 200 people watching live on our Celtics channel. We're up to 40-plus people watching live on our 76ers channel. We're really trying to grow these platforms, ladies and gentlemen. So please subscribe. Our content year-round, it will not disappoint you. And this is a great rivalry. That's why we're live on both of these channels here.
One thing I noticed, it ended up in a bucket with the Sixers off the offensive rebound from Harris, but I would have loved to see Embiid back down Jaylen Brown, the smaller Jaylen Brown there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's because of the knee issue, that he doesn't feel comfortable with digging that.
That's
because it is his right knee.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is his power leg on some of those back downs. So that is of note, Coop, and that's a good observation.
That's kind of what I was thinking, is that maybe it's that he just doesn't want to injure that knee even more, or just feel the pain of it, because I'm sure it doesn't feel great as it is,
right.
And just trying to put more stress on it isn't what he wants to do.
For those of you watching our Sixers channel, please make sure you subscribe. We are 55 people away from 9,000 subscribers, so please lock us in, subscribe over there. We're at 8,945. Can we get the 9K tonight? That would be a great accomplishment for the channel that we're trying to grow here. And we're also trying to add some more subscribers on Boston Celtics Today as well. Our current tally there, just give me a moment, I'll relay that information, is 14,763. Can we get the 15K tonight on our Celtics channel? That's what we're shooting for over there. Been able to pick up a lot of new subscribers here during this series, and this series, It's been a great one so far. Harden at the line for the first time tonight. Misses the first free throw. Sixers lead stays at 13-10. If you want to send in a super chat as well, you can do that. We appreciate your donations. Harden's second free throw. Usually his money from the line. That time, the back end of that free throw trip is good. 14-10, Sixers up. Malcolm Brogdon will check in. He's been great in this series as the sixth man of the year. Tatum works off the Horford screen into the corner to Brogdon for three. What do you know? I've never seen Malcolm Brogdon miss a three against the Sixers. He has been cooking in this series from distance. Seized apart for Harden. He goes to Embiid. Pump fake at the elbow. Back out to Harden. They're trying to run a lot of two-man action here. Harden with Horford on him. Step back jumper. Cans it. First field goal attempt there for Harden. He has 3 for the game. As far as points, Sixers up by 3. Halfway gone here in the first quarter. 6 minutes left. Horford behind the back pass from Tatum. Wide open 3. He can't take advantage. Can the Sixers take advantage of the mess? Horford is guarding Embiid. Gives him space. And Joel Embiid, right at about that high school three-pointer range, able to knock down the 3 from about 18 feet. Sixers up by 5, largest lead of the game. Jaylen Brown, spin move, free throw extension, rattles out. Can the Sixers up their lead here? Harden into the lane, layup amongst the trees. That is Al Horford and Jaylen Brown. Tough take there for the Beard.
Harden's being assertive so far, continuing his stretch from Game 4.
Brogdon guarded by Harden. Not a good matchup for Philadelphia. Switches on to Harris. Sends it to his left to Tatum. Jab step on Embiid. Three-pointer. No good. Tatum remains cold from the field. What a pass from Horford, though, to his streaking Tatum. Sixers backdoor defense falls asleep. Celtics able to put a deuce up. 20-15 Philly. Embiid gives up his dribble. To the left to Maxey. Maxey back to Embiid. Down low to Harris. Jab step on Brogdon. He wants to back him down. Fade away in the lane. Got the shooter's touch. Sixers up by 7. 22-15. Love the way that Philadelphia's played here so far. Brogdon tried to drive. Now he'll dribble back out to the three-point arc. Jaylen Brown now has it. He's beaten P.J. Tucker on a couple of dribble drives. He's using that off arm to his advantage. Sixers started 3 of 11. They've hit their last 6 field goals. Harden falls down, hits the deck. No call. Embiid guarded by Brown. Can he take him? He's going to try to back him down. Rip through move. Back iron. Doesn't get the call there. He wanted it. No contact though. Good call. Brown into the lane. Euro step. Double Euro step. He went here, then back to that right foot. Kind of 3 steps there. Looked a little bit unconventional. And Doc Rivers is going to call a timeout. He doesn't like what he sees from his defensive unit so far. Sixers up by as many as 7 here in the early going. Now that advantage trimmed to 3. It's 22-19. 54 people watching live on our Sixers channel. We're closing in on 9,000 subscribers. We are 55 away. Help us get there tonight. And subscribe on our Celtics channel as we have nearly 300 people watching live. What I need y'all to do here, we need to get to 20 likes on Sixers, and we need to get to 50 likes on Celtics. We're at 26 on Celtics, and we're 12 on Sixers. If we don't get to those numbers in the next minute, the bosses are telling me we might have to cut off the stream here. We don't want to do that. So in the next minute, we need 8 more likes on our Sixers channel, and we need 20 more likes on our Celtics channel. Smash that thumbs up icon, like the video. You're hanging out with us. The stream is free, so help us out as a response and like the video.
Free 99.
Free 99. Exactly right. We're up to 14 likes on our Sixers channel. We need 5 more now that we're up to 15. We need 10 more on our Celtics channel. We're 30 seconds in. We don't want to cut the stream. Keep it going. 5 likes away from 50 on Celtics today. 4 likes away from 20 on our Sixers channel. Here we go. We're past 40 seconds. Time is dwindling. Like the show. Keep the stream going. Peter Thurman. What's good, brother? Good to see you, my man. 5 seconds left. 1 like away from 50 on Celtics. We need 4 more on Sixers. Like the show. Walter Miller. Listen to him. He said, hit that thumbs up icon, like it. We got there. Good stuff by everybody. The stream continues. If you love the NBA, like the show. It's been a fun playoff so far. A lot of good storylines, right? James Harden all of a sudden becoming clutch in the big dance. Jimmy Butler in the first and second round doing Jimmy Butler type of things. You have the Los Angeles Lakers out to a 3-1 series lead on the defending champion Golden State Warriors. Dante Green, he liked it. Offbeat, Damian D'Antonio. Dude McGuybro, offbeat tuned in from Germany. Will, let's do that. Where are you watching from? Let's do that. Breaking action, you're not missing anything here. Where are you watching from? Shout out your city, your country, your zip code, your area code, whatever. Dude McGuybro, my Cavs are gone. Yeah, they got lambasted by the Knicks. Damian D'Antonio tuned in from Philly. Salute. If we have Sixers fans watching on our Celtics channel, we are live on our Sixers channel. I'm going to throw that link in the chat. Sixers stream is right here. Come join us. Trying to continue to break some records here on the show. Help us out, subscribe. D'Anthony Melton will check in for the Sixers. Coming off the Doc Rivers timeout. What type of adjustments are we going to see here? It's Maxey, Embiid, Melton, Harris, and Tucker. So Harden gets a rest. Maxey beats Jaylen Brown off the dribble. Left side drive, scoop, layup with the right. See you guys. Maxey has 5 on 2 of 4 shooting. Good first quarter for him. Tatum in the corner to Derrick White. Harris, good help defense. Brown now has it guarded by Maxey. He has the size advantage. In the corner to Horford. Shot clock dwindling. Block shot by Tucker. Sixers moving left to right offensively. Tucker hands it off to Harris. He's guarded by Horford. Can he take him? He has the speed advantage. Up and under. Good defense from Horford. Harris, back out to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Embiid guarded by White. Step back jumper, short iron, no good. Jayson Tatum will now drive on Embiid. Missed the layup. Late call. It was one of those calls that comes in late just because the bucket didn't fall. Reggie Miller just said what I said. If the ball would have gone in, they would have never called that foul. I mean, Tatum hooked Embiid. Embiid is straight up with Tatum here. I mean, you got to let the physicality fly here on both sides. Tatum in game 4, 2 points in the first half. Second half had 22. He gets on the board with that free throw. Sixers up by 4 here. Eclipse, who scored first? Embiid had the first points of the game on a three-pointer. Tatum 2 of 2 from the line. Sixers up by 3. George Niang checking in. Maxey guarded by Brogdon. Now he has Jaylen Brown on him. Embiid sets the pick. Maxey pulls up for 3. Got it! Tyrese Maxey, 8 points here in the first. Sixers up by 6. No hesitation, letting it loose from long range. 27-21. Marcus Smart already has 2 threes. Can't hit a third. Tobias Harris with the long rebound. Under 2 to go here in the first quarter. Maxey comes off the Embiid screen. Goes back to Embiid. Embiid in the corner. Melton rims out on the corner pocket triple. Tatum takes the outlet. Guarded by Maxey. Alley-oop to Robert Williams. Guarded by Embiid. Embiid already has 1 foul. Williams lays it up on Embiid. Had to be careful there. You don't want 2 fouls here in the first quarter. 27-23 the score. 1:24 and counting the clock. Maxey doesn't utilize the Embiid screen, but Maxey goes back out to Embiid for 3. Cans it. Joel Embiid knocks down the triple. Sixers up by 7. It's Embiid's second 3 of the game. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Tatum spins off Maxey. Kick out Brown. He's going to line up a triple. He gets the shooter's roll. Big bucket there for the Celtics. Maxey crosses half court. Game clock at 48, shot clock 17. Sixers holding a 4-point cushion. Maxey's been good here in the first frame. He's going to take another 3. And again, the Maxman connects from long range. Sixers back up by 7. Celtics could go 2 for 1. Tatum, step back 3. Well short. Maxey rebound. Game clock 27, shot clock 19. 8-second difference here. Maxey one-on-one with Brogdon. What's going to be the call? Comes off the Embiid screen. Step back 3 from the left wing. He nearly hit it again. Game clock at 9. Brogdon takes the feed from Tatum. Crosses half court. Going to try to take Harris off the dribble. Foul on Tobias. Damian D'Antonio, the real one, the OG. Appreciate you as always, my dog. He sent in a super sticker. $5 in super chats on 76ers now. 0 on Celtics. Who's going to match? Daniel House in the game here, just for defensive purposes, with 4.4 left. He's only played garbage time in this series in game 2. Brown takes the inbounds pass, tries to beat Melton. Great defense from Melton. I don't think that Brown got the shot off in time. Wouldn't have mattered. Melton looks to be injured. Not sure if he took a shot in the gut or even worse, below the belt. We'll monitor that status. Tyrese Maxey, what a great first quarter. Here's our super chat menu here. $5, we'll sniff the smelling salts. $10, we'll take some shots. $20 a chug. $50 a beer bong. $100 for a shotgun. That's our super chat menu.
An interesting first quarter from the offensive side from the Sixers. You have Maxey, who's the one that kind of carried the load. Well, Embiid and Harden were good, but I feel like Maxey gave them an X-factor spark that you probably weren't expecting.
Yeah, look, one of my keys to the game was that Tyrese Maxey had to have a big game, and he's yet to break out in this series. Now, I thought he started slow in game 1, and he didn't let himself tail off. He ended up having a really good ending to that game. Still surpassed 20 points, but the shooting numbers, not great. For him to get that confidence to knock down a couple of threes, that's huge. Sixers really just need extra guys to help out Joel Embiid and James Harden. Thought Embiid was pretty good in that first quarter as well. We'll give you some first quarter stats here with the Sixers up by 7. If you're a Sixers fan, you have to be pleased with how they played. Harris, 3 of 5 for 6 points. Embiid, 11 on 4 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3. Maxey, most impressive, 11 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 3 of 4 from distance. James Harden's taken 2 shots. He's connected on both, has 5 points. Both of those field goals for Harden. The other point coming at the free throw line. All of the Sixers starters and everybody who's played so far is in the plus category, on the plus minus. Jayson Tatum, another slow start. He's 0 of 5 for just 2 points. He only had 2 points in the first half of Game 4 before he hit 22 points after recess. Marcus Smart hit 2 threes in the first couple of possessions. He has 6, and then Jaylen Brown has 9. You could tell, too, Coop, Sixers are trying to get Embiid involved. They're running a lot of the pick and roll, pick and pop, two-man action.
Yeah, there's been a lot of two-man game with him and Harden, especially on the right side of the court where Harden will come off the screen and Embiid will either roll or will stay at the three-point line for a pop. And really whatever they want off the screen is open because the Celtics really haven't defended it well so far.
Andrew Crewmaker said Al Horford is washed. Did you watch him lock down Embiid, though, in that fourth quarter last game? I don't think he's washed.
This is an interesting stat they just showed. Doc has a career 110 and 102 playoff record. He's almost 500 in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of playoff games, too. To start the second quarter on the floor for the Sixers, Paul Reed, as the Sixers almost turn it over. Reed dives for it. Going to be a jump ball. So, wow, Daniel House actually stays in the game here, oddly enough. That's wild. As Reed tried to hand it off to Harden. I think Marcus Smart may have punched the ball away. Tatum was there as well. But it's Harden, Reed, Niang, Daniel House, and Melton. For the Celtics, it's Smart, Grant Williams, Brogdon, Marcus Smart, Jayson Tatum, and Robert Williams. Harden. He's going to take a 3. Oh, from distance. Harden gets it to go. Sixers up by 10. 36-26. Harden's third field goal of the night. Brogdon guarded well by Daniel House. Little wrinkle there from Doc Rivers. Does he want some more defense from House, who also gives you some athleticism and floor spacing? Smart will try to drive. His floater, no good. Sixers will run. Harden, kick by Robert Williams. Walter Miller saying the beard. You and him both, Walter. Michael Spack, for the last 5 years, I have been dishing Joel. What do you say now? Just won MVP. Andrew, let's go beard. Steph Curry is watching. That's awesome. Harden. Going to get into the lane. Step back on Marcus Smart from the mid-range. And once again, he's able to find Twine. Sixers' biggest lead of the game, and it's coming without Embiid on the floor. Up by 12. Tatum spins off Melton. Rip-through move. Turnover. Sixers have numbers. 4-on-1. Daniel House layup as he beats Brogdon down the floor. Sixers are up by 14. Great defensive tenacity from Philadelphia. And James Harden starting to get it going offensively. 5 points here in 1:30 to start this second quarter. 40-26 to score, Coop.
Can't say I expected this. It looks like the Sixers have come out with much more aggression, especially here in the second. Forced a turnover here and got an easy layup with House. And they're up 14.
How about Victor on Celtics today? He said, trade Jayson Tatum for Dillon Brooks.
Sure.
Well, Dillon Brooks is a free agent, and if you offered that to the Grizzlies if Brooks was under contract, they'd say, yep, and we'll see you.
Can I interest you in Reggie Bullock?
Dude, you know what I was seeing? This Nets blog was saying to trade Dodo back to the Mavericks for Reggie Bullock.
But they can't.
Why?
Because you can't trade for a player that you just traded.
Until when?
A calendar year.
Oh, a calendar year.
Yes.
So it'd have to be at the deadline.
Unless it's a 3-team deal, they trade Dodo somewhere else, and then you get him.
I've operated under this premise my entire life. There's always a way to beat the system.
Always a way.
Always a way to beat the system. If you love the NBA, help us out. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. And then for the Celtics as well, like the video. Nearly 500 people watching live on our Celtics channel, 77 likes. Can we get to 100 likes in the next minute? 100 likes in the next minute on our Celtics channel. We are 23 away. The bosses are telling me, they're putting pressure on me. Chase, you don't get to 100 likes, you got to cut the stream. We don't want to do that. On our Sixers channel, can we get to 50 likes with 70 plus people watching live? We're at 32 right now. Let's go. Let's go. Make some noise. Sixers out rebounding the Celtics 16-8. Dude McGuybro typing those 3 threes in the chat. Who's that for? Christian, fire emojis. 75 people watching live. We're 45 people away from 9,000 subscribers here on our Sixers channel. Please subscribe. If we can get there, that'd be awesome. Now we're officially 50 people away from 9,000 subscribers. How many subscribers can we pick up here? Damian D'Antonio, a $20 super chat. He's leading the way. Our super chat MVP so far. The man that they call Double D sending in the super sticker again. What a guy.
Damian! Let's go.
Damian D'Antonio. The man, the myth, the legend. That's a 20 popper. You want to get the Patron? Get the Patron and then the smelling salts on my desk. $25 on Sixers. Celtics fans, where you at? You have the larger audience, more subscribers, down $25 to nothing in super chats. So coming out of the Joe Mazzulla timeout, what can the Celtics cook up here? Jayson Tatum. Off the floor, these are critical moments. Jaylen Brown will drive. He gets Paul Reed in the air, takes some contact. Oh, layup pops out somehow. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Michael Spack, I got you. I try to give the time updates as much as possible. David Teague, evening lad, salute lad. 10:14 left. That's the Michael Spack time check. Brown hits the first free throw. Does not hit the second. 1-2 trip from the line there for JB. 13-point Sixers lead. Got to keep the pedal on the metal if you're Philly. Harden to Paul Reed. Into the lane. Hangs in the air. Finishes off the window. Sixers up by 15. That's now their largest lead of the game. Brown, guarded by Melton, loses the ball. Celtics turnover. What I've noticed is that things on the floor a little bit condensed for Boston here. And what a good job by Paul Reed to hang in the air and lay it up. Embiid still off the floor. Harden into the lane, out to House, pump fake, step back 3. Daniel House nearly got it to fall. Has a lot of experience, of course. Marcus Smart will drive on George Niang. They'll call the foul on Niang. Look, Niang purposely had his hands up the entire time, but Smart always does a good job of absorbing contact, sometimes exaggerating it. He'll go to the line. Safe way to say that, right? Now, I'd let Embiid stay on the pine here, as Smart Misses a free throw. Big storyline starting to simmer here for the Celtics. Missing a lot of early free throws. 8 likes away from 100 on our Celtics channel with 500 people watching live. Like the video. We're 12 likes away from 50 on our Sixers channel. Like the video. 42-28, 9:19 left here in the second quarter. Harden, guarded by Brown, switches on to Brogdon. He cooked him in that game in Game 4. Harden gets by him, gets into the lane, step back, no good. Jaylen Brown rebound. He will now drive. Out to Derrick White. Out to Smart. Daniel House, good defense so far. Smart, fadeaway, throws it up for Williams to White. Shot clock at 7. White's 3. And he got fouled by Harden. He goes to the line for 3 shots. Harden hasn't sat yet, I don't believe. And what's the foul? A little elbow. White's first of 3. Good. 42-29. Second free throw from White. Cash. He's one of the better free throw shooters in the NBA statistically. And White looking to make it an 11-point game. He does. 3-3 from the line there for White. Former D2 Hooper. 2 of them in the playoffs here. Max Strus and Derrick White. 42-31, 8:36 left. Harden one-on-one with Brogdon. This is a matchup that he's liked in this series. Several dribbles through the legs. Tries to take him. Now he gets double teamed. Gives it up to Reed. Reed out to House. House for 3! No good again. Celtics can make it a single-digit deficit here. Brogdon, guarded by Harden. Beats him off the dribble. Floater off the window. Good. Doc Rivers going to call a timeout. Sixers were up by as many as 15 points. It's now down to 9. They've sat Joel Embiid to start this second quarter for nearly 4 minutes. You have to imagine he might come back in. Although I kind of like the Sixers pacing without Embiid here. Maxey has been off the floor getting a rest. I can guarantee he's probably going to be back in the game. You survive playing Daniel House for a little while. I'm interested to see if he stays out on the floor. Good defense. He had that layup in transition. He's missed a couple of threes, though. Player like that starts hitting some threes. It might just be your night. It can be your night with Underdog Fantasy. 100% deposit match using the link, chatsports.com/underdog, promo code, chatsports. Double your first deposit up to $100. And if you get 5 picks right, you can win 20 times your money. That's right, 20 times your money with Underdog Fantasy. This is an app that I absolutely love, and Coop and I have been using it before every one of these NBA games. Underdog Fantasy, the premier destination for NBA fans looking to play fantasy sports for real money. With the wide range of games, including daily drafts, season-long best ball, and player pick'em, Underdog Fantasy is something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to win big and experience their user-friendly platform, world-class customer service, and easy withdrawals. Football, basketball, soccer, baseball, hockey, esports, and more. Double your first deposit using our promo code. We're going to put that link in the chat right now on Boston Celtics today and on Philadelphia 76ers now. So make sure you smash that. Our picks for this game. I also went Embiid higher than a half 3. He already has 2, so that's a winner. Did go with the lower on the 43.5 points, rebounds, assists. Higher for Maxey at 18.5 points. That's looking good. Higher for Tatum, 28.5. Not good. He only has 2 points so far. And then Jaylen Brown, lower 29.5 combined points and rebounds. So that's a look at what you can do with Underdog Fantasy. Tony Fuentes saying, yo, what up, Tony? Updated look at our sub count on Sixers now. We're 47 people away from 9,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe for year-round content on the Sixers. David Teague saying PJ Tucker has got to fire up Joel Embiid. Embiid was pretty good in that first quarter. He had 11 points. Offbeat said, I got Brown double-double. Offbeat, do you have Underdog Fantasy? Xantu, going to use your code. We just showed you the picks. Hopefully you sign up using that code. See, what's good here is that with Embiid sitting, even though the Sixers were up by 15 and now it's down to 9, they extended their lead by 2 with Embiid on the bench. So Embiid checks back in. I think it's going to be the starters here for Philly. Derrick White going to try to press Maxey full court. Maxey gets it across. 6-0 run for the Celtics. Harden guarded by Brown again. Drops it off for Maxey. Maxey comes off the screen. Into the lane. Layup too strong. Boston has numbers. Smart to Brogdon. Dribble penetration. Into the lane. Cannot get it to drop. Sixers lead remains at 9. Embiid up top, guarded by Williams. Maybe he can take advantage of these non-Al Horford minutes. Maxey back out to Embiid. Another 3! Just off the mark. A tad too strong for JoJo. Sixers a little bit cold. Brogdon from the elbow. Back iron. Maxey rebound. Harden has to tie his shoe. And the Sixers are going to turn it over. It was a lazy pass from Maxey cross-court to Embiid, so he tried to tip it to Harris, and he tipped it out of bounds. Celtics with a golden opportunity here to kind of retake the momentum. Jayson Tatum back in the game. Still 2 points, 0 of 6 from the floor. Beats Harris off the dribble. And Toby's going to get called for the foul. Tatum will go to the line. Toby doesn't think it was a foul. Like Coop, I thought that Harris got ball. All ball, and then on the second swipe, he got the arm. But when it's Tatum against Tobias Harris, Tatum's going to get the call. First free throw, good.
I know that's how it works, but that's not how it should work.
No, it's not. James Harden's going to take a rest. I think it's the first time he's checked out in this game. So he's played 17 minutes so far. He gets a breather. Melton comes in. Embiid, Maxey, it's up to you to carry the load here. Waffle crushes back. What's up, Waffle? Tatum misses the free throw. 42-34. Maxey guarded by White far side as the Sixers matriculate left to right. Maxey into the lane. Floater. Misses it again. He's been just off around the rim. And down goes Marcus Smart. That's going to be PJ Tucker's second foul. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that they call these fouls. It's just bad.
I have a bias towards Marcus Smart, but dude, that's got to stop. You just can't be calling those kind of fouls in the playoffs. Someone just got teed up.
Somebody on the Sixers got teed up. Is it on Tyrese Maxey?
I don't know
Tatum
what
hits the
just
free
happened.
throw. Can you tell us what happened, please? Now Smart will go to the line. Sixers in the penalty here. Sixers were up by 15. Now it's down to 6. Smart can make it 5. Jaylen Brown will check out. Al Horford will come in. So Embiid's going to have to match up against Horford again. Smart hits the second free throw. 42-37, 6:50 left. Harden off the floor. Maxey running the point. 10-0 Celtics run. Harris from the free throw line, able to end that 10-0 run. 44-37. 6:30 left in the second quarter. Smart nearly had it stolen by Melton as he tried to find Tatum. Tatum cross-court deflected by Tucker to Al Horford, his corner three. That's off the mark. Sixers trying to run here. Harris gives up his dribble, out to Embiid. Now they'll reset a little bit. Shot clock at 14. Harris for 3. Rims out. Sixers have had a lot of rim outs in this game so far, especially with their outside shots. Smart, cross-court to Horford. Up top to Tatum. No field goals yet for Tatum. That ends right there. Great crossover dribble on Melton. Able to beat him. Celtics down by 5. Tatum, 6 points total, 1 of 7 shooting. Melton to Embiid. Embiid is guarded by Grant Williams, and he's going to get fouled on the jump shot. Embiid will go to the line. A semi-rip-through move as we take another look at Tatum. Kind of a stop dribble, then cross-up. Melton was put in a blender. 88 people watching live on our Sixers channel. 550 on our Celtics channel. Please subscribe to the show. Embiid hits the first free throw. Sixers back up by 6. Important to take advantage of these minutes with James Harden on the bench. Alpha, if we showed the video, our channel would get taken down. So relax and stop spamming, please. Embiid, 2 of 2 from the line. 46-39, 5:30 and ticking here in the first half. Smart to White. White left open for 3. He's unable to hit it. Tobias Harris will climb the ladder for the rebound. Drops it off for Maxey. Approaching 5 minutes left here in the first half. Maxey guarded by White. Into the corner to Tucker. Sixers pretty much playing 4-on-5 offensively. Embiid one-on-one against Grant Williams. Rip through move again. Embiid going back to the line. That's the second on Grant Williams. Embiid is really crafty. And look, that's done by Williams. He's swiping at the ball. He swiped once. Embiid knows he's going to swipe again. So on that second, rip through move. Embiid knocks down the first free throw. 47-39. Game 6 will be Thursday night in South Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. We'll be back here. NFL schedule release night as well. Embiid, another perfect trip at the line. Sixers up by 9. Biggest lead, 15 for Philly. 48-39. Tatum, White, Brown, Smart, Horford on the floor for Boston. Tatum will drive. Kick to a wide open Horford. Somehow that didn't fall. Harden back in for Philly. Down low to Embiid. guarded by Tatum. Tried to spin off him, went off Embiid's leg. See, Coop, you mentioned this earlier. Embiid has had some matchups which he can exploit with the Jaylen Brown on him or a Jayson Tatum, but he hasn't been able to take advantage.
He seems uncomfortable with that. As PJ Tucker just kind of pulled a Marcus Smart, the little flop, except I think Jaylen Brown did extend the forearm.
Pushed off a little bit.
But back to Embiid, yeah, the guys that you would think he'd be taking advantage of, the Jayson Tatums, the Jaylen Browns, even the Marcus Smarts to a degree, he feels uncomfortable with those guys that are a little stockier.
Maxey sends it to his right to Harden. He's face guarded by Jaylen Brown. Bounce pass to Embiid. Kick out. Wide open Harris for the three. Buries it. Tobias Harris puts the Sixers up by 12 here. 51-39. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Harris has 11 on 5 of 8. Coop, Maxey, Harris. Needed big games. So far, so good.
Need big games.
Harden gonna set the charge on Jaylen Brown. No question. He had his feet set. No question. Brown wants a review. Harden was standing there the whole time. Let's take another look.
Yeah, Harden set 100%. He may have moved his shoulder a little bit, but that's going to be called a charge 9 times out of 10. The Sixers getting big contributions from their number 3 and number 4 scorers, and that's what you need.
3 fouls on Jaylen Brown, too, by the way.
So he'll be done for the half at least.
3:48 left. Maxey, Harris, Harden, Embiid, Tucker. The starting 5 for the Sixers on the floor. Brogdon checks in for Brown. PJ Tucker, wide open 3 from the corner. Sixers need him to get going. You just need a couple of threes from him. 51-39. Horford pull up 3. That's off the mark. Maxey long rebound to Harden. Harden to Maxey from straight away. Embiid tipping, no good. Here come the Celtics. Brogdon going to try to take Harden. Reverse layup. No good. White with the rebound. Out to Horford for 3. He can't make a shot right now. Never give up on old man Al, though. Always hits clutch buckets. 0 points the last 2:50 for Boston as Jayson Tatum and James Harden will tie up for a jump ball. Harden is not a vertical player. Jayson Tatum should be able to win this, no question. So they'll jump it up on the Sixers side of the floor, of course. That's where the jump ball took place. Tatum and Harden. Celtics get it, as I predicted. Smart up top to Horford. Horford to his right to Tatum. Has Embiid on him now. Long 3 from Tatum. His offer from distance continues. Extra effort, though, from Boston as Jayson Tatum cuts through the lane and dunks it home. Second field goal of the night for Tatum. 51-41. 2.5 to go. How you close halves in the playoffs is very important. Embiid gets Horford up in the air, gets fouled, will go to the line. See, Reggie Miller is saying the Sixers have one guy on the floor that can't be guarded in Embiid. I'd make the argument Horford's done a good job of guarding him, and he can guard Embiid. He's always been his nemesis. Horford's a great defender. Embiid first free throw. Good. Him and Harden logging heavy minutes in this series. Doc Rivers said, rotation going to remain tight. We're going to roll with our horses. 52-41, 2:25 left. Now it's 53-41, 2.5 left. Critical 2:25 to end the half here. Sixers in this series have not done a good job of ending halves. That's a credit to Boston. Smart switches on to Harris. Now it's Tatum guarded by Harden. Got Harden up in the air. He wants it back from Horford. Horford will back down Maxey, and he's going to throw it away. .205 left. Harris down low to Embiid. One-on-one against Horford. Go to work, big fella. Loses track of the basketball. Sometimes that happens when he gets a little bit tired. Embiid will dive in, fouled again by Horford. This is very Shaquille O'Neal-like, Coop, with Embiid using his physicality, but Shaq couldn't hit free throws. Embiid can.
You know where the ball's going, and you still can't stop it.
Yeah.
He's an absolutely dominant player, and if he's going to get to the line like this and hit, he's 7 for 7 right now. Hope I didn't just curse him. This game could get out of hand.
Can he hop into the hyperbaric chamber at halftime?
Yeah,
he looks winded right now. Sixers up by 13. Subscribe to our Celtics channel. 610 people watching live, 114 likes. We have 100 people watching live on our Sixers channel. Subscribe over there. We're 50 people away from 9,000 subs. Can we get there tonight? Now we're 45 people away. Hit that sub button right now. How many subs can we get on Sixers before halftime here? Year-round coverage on the Sixers. Embiid, 2 of 2 from the line. Sixers up by 14. Largest lead for them, 15. Tatum gonna take his chance at a 3. Finally hits one. Foot may have been close to the line, but Tatum has 11, 3 of 10. Tucker loses the basketball, hits the deck, finds Harden. Harden to Harris. Right pivot, drives the lane, fouled. He'll go to the line as well. It's been a storyline in this game. Sixers getting to the line pretty frequently here. And again, I think that's important for them because Harden likes to dictate the pace, play a slower style. So too does Joel Embiid. The Sixers, 10 of 11 from the line. The Celtics, 11 of 14. So you can't really complain about the free throw discrepancy. Harris hits the first. By the way, we do owe a shot with the $20 super chat that came in. This is for Damian D'Antonio. He sent in a $20 donation. We'll take some shots at tequila here. Harris misses the second free throw. Sixers lead is 12. 124 left. Harden on the bench. Brogdon to White. White to Tatum. D'Anthony Melton checked in for Harden. Good D from Melton. Tatum going to try to take him, gets to the free throw line. Tatum's at least aggressive in trying to get to the line. He's really trying to drive toward the 10. And Celtics fans, that's all they want to see from Tatum. Just be a little bit more aggressive. First free throw, pure. Yeah, Coop will do the salts for that other super chat. 43 subscribers away from 9,000 on our Sixers channel. How many can we get before halftime? Tatum connects on both free throws. 13 points, 3 of 10 shooting for Tatum. Embiid, guarded by Williams down low. Horford had to check out. Embiid, double teamed, flustered, nearly gives it up. Harris, back to Embiid. Elbow. Got it. It's kind of a broken possession for Philly. Still got 2. Embiid, 21 points in the first half. Smart will drive. Late foul call again. Third foul for Tobias Harris. If I'm Doc Rivers, I'd take him out actually for the last 44 seconds here. Man, Marcus Smart has mastered the art of flopping, that's for sure. But when it works, why stop? NBA has allowed this to really become a thing. And it all kind of started with James Harden, let's be real. With some of the touchy touch fouls. Smart has 10 points, 2 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. misses the second free throw. Sixers up by 11. Game clock 40, shot clock 20. Will the Sixers go 2 for 1 here? Maxey takes the screen from Embiid. Embiid for 3! Well short. Celtics coming back the other way. Tatum will drive. Euro step. Loses the ball. Is that another foul? First foul on Maxey. Make him earn it, I guess. But Tatum's getting every call. I mean, he elbows DeAnthony Melton. That's the 8th free throw for Tatum. This will be 9. Harden will come back in for what could be the final possession here. 26.4 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Tatum pulls the Celtics within 9. Harden will inbound to Embiid. Given some space to bring the rock up. We'll send it over to Maxey. Maxey near side, guarded by White. Game clock at 13. Comes off the Embiid screen. He wants to go back to Embiid. Embiid to Harden. Harden comes off the Embiid screen. Harden has it in the corner. Fade away Jay off the side of the backboard. Shot clock violation on the Sixers. I didn't like that possession from the Sixers. I didn't like the decision-making from Harden. He knew that the double team was there. Find somebody else. And with the Celtics down by 9, this could be a momentum-changing bucket here. 2.4 left. Celtics will inbound about a quarter of the way up the floor. Tatum tried to draw the foul on Tucker. He wanted the call, didn't get it, and we head to halftime. Sixers up by 9. Led by as many as 15 in this game. It's 58-49. Pretty surprising first half, honestly. If you're a Sixers fan, you'll take this for sure. You got a great half from Embiid, who notched 21. A solid first half there from James Harden, who didn't need to do what he did in Game 1 and Game 4. Why? Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey able to carry the load there offensively for a little while. So the Sixers needed a well-rounded effort to help out their two horses, their two thoroughbreds, in Embiid and Harden. They got it. For the Celtics, that was the first half in which they had a lot of open threes. They simply weren't able to hit them. And Jayson Tatum really didn't get going until that second quarter. The Celtics from three-point range, 5 of 19. The Sixers, not much better at 7 of 18. Sixers 20 of 44 from the floor. Celtics 14 of 38. Embiid's done a solid job of protecting the rim. But honestly, I think this is what they call a make-or-miss league, right? And the Celtics just haven't made a lot of shots. All right. Great audience on our Sixers channel. For those of you just coming by, make sure you subscribe. I wanted to ask y'all, how many subscribers can we pick up before halftime? We are 42 subscribers away from 9,000. Please help us get there for year-round Sixers coverage on our Celtics channel. At last check, we were at 14,763 subscribers. We picked up about 40 more. We're less than 200 people away on our Celtics channel from 15K. Can we get there tonight? You look at the halftime numbers here. Sixers go into recess up by 9. They led by as many as 15. It's 58-49. The rebounding edge has gone to the Sixers. Early in this game, they were dominating the glass, though, so the Celtics able to close that gap in the second quarter. The Sixers shooting about 45.5% from the floor. Celtics sub 37. And from three-point range, Sixers nearly 39%. Celtics 26%. We talked about some of the other players outside of Embiid and Harden having to have big games for Philadelphia. That's a good first half for Tobias Harris, Coop. You'll take 12, 9, and 1, 5 of 8 from the floor. He does have 3 fouls, but had a couple of big buckets there in that first half. And anybody that can really absorb the scoring load off of the shoulders of Embiid and Harden, that's what they need, especially on the road.
Yeah, anyone not named Embiid and Harden, if you're getting positive contribution in the scoring department, you're going to take it. And they needed Tobias Harris to step up tonight. A very good first half for him. Did get into a bit of foul trouble, but you'll be pleased with Harris's effort, as with Tyrese Maxey as well, who has 11 points on 4 of 10 from the field. But 3 of 5 from three-point range. He got a couple of them to go there.
Yeah. And for Maxey, he has really struggled mightily against the Celtics in his career heading into the series. He was averaging about 10 points per game, sub 35% shooting from the field, but also three-point range. Just for a young player like that to see the biscuit go in the basket, in that first quarter, he had a couple of three-pointers that were really big for the Sixers when maybe the offensive drives were stalling out to a certain degree, or they had grown a little bit stagnant. 11 points there for Maxey, a great result. For Joel Embiid, 5 of 13 from the floor, but he has gotten to the line plenty in this game. Now, Al Horford locked him down in the fourth quarter of Game 4. Embiid did respond by leading the team in points in overtime. He's taken onus in this game. Surprisingly, he's hit 2 3-pointers as well, but he's been aggressive in trying to get to the line, and he's converted on all of them. 9 of 9 from the stripe, Coop.
Yeah, and that's what Embiid's done so successfully in this game so far, is he's been able to use his body to get to the line. And more importantly, he's made all of his free throws. I know that's always something we kind of take for granted with NBA players, but when you go 100%, especially on that volume, it's going to really help your team win a ball game, especially with Joel Embiid, who's not in 100% health right now.
No. And then for James Harden, 45 points in Game 1, 42 points in Game 4. You can't expect him at this point of his career to drop 40 every night. He got going in that second quarter. He scored 5 straight points to really push the Sixers, helping them get to that 15-point advantage. 4 of 6. That's not because of a lack of aggressiveness. I just think that Boston has done what we talked about in the pregame show. They're hounding him defensively.
Yeah, they've blitzed him a lot more. I don't know why they didn't do that. It felt like in games 2 and 3, they kind of backed off him a little bit, but they've definitely done a better job on him, getting more aggressive. They put more bodies on him, whether it's Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart. They're kind of getting up in his face and forcing him to make a play, which is something he's done as well with 4 first-half assists.
And then for Jayson Tatum, another bad first quarter for him and another uneven first half. He was on his way to having a bad first half. Just like in Game 4, he only had 2 points. Lack of aggressiveness was kind of weird. He really, with the ball in his hands, tried very hard to get to the rim. And because of that, he was fouled a lot, went to the free throw line a lot. He's been cold from the field, but 15 points, a good sign that he's really been involved offensively.
Yeah, and he hasn't been super efficient, obviously just 3 of 11 from the field, but he's running their offense pretty well, and he's going to have he had an okay second quarter. I thought, like you said, he started out really slow in the first, but kind of started to assert himself a little more. They started also running more plays for him. They kind of ran that little pick and roll where he dusted DeAnthony Melton, and he kind of got going on that little floater in the lane. So I think Tatum is poised for a big second half.
As for Jaylen Brown, 3 fouls for him, 3 fouls for Tobias Harris. That's, of course, a storyline that is worth monitoring very closely here in this second half. Jaylen Brown at points has been the Celtics' best offensive player and has taken matters into his own hands. 10 points in that first half. Played really well. 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from three-point range. Some of those fouls, though, one was a charge, the others coming on the defensive end of the floor. He was also in foul coverage or foul trouble. What was that? In Game 4? Game 2?
I think Game 2,
But
yeah.
either way, it does disrupt the Celtics' flow just a little bit. Al Horford, he played really well in Philadelphia, Games 3 and 4. Hasn't showed up yet tonight. A lot of fouls on Joel Embiid as Embiid has just really tried to back him down to get him into foul trouble, knowing that Horford defends him so well. Over for Horford in that first half. 0 of 6 from the field. All of those shots, Coop, from three-point range. He also had this one ill-advised shot on a pull-up three, which is just not in his game.
No, that was the one ill-advised shot, but basically, besides that,
wide open.
He's had wide open looks all night. They just haven't been falling. I mean, I think Horford will make a couple here in the second half. They're just bound to go in with the looks that he's getting.
Marcus Smart hit a couple of threes in the first minute of this basketball game, and those are the only field goals that he's had. In classic Smart fashion, nobody flops better than him and Kyle Lowry in the NBA.
He has mucked up this game just with his ability to get under the opponent's skin and his ability to manipulate the officiating.
Yeah, he's gotten to the free throw line a couple of times, and I think in doing that, it's kind of halted the Sixers' momentum a little bit. It looks as though maybe they're going to build on their advantage, but then Smart able to draw a savvy foul. And then for Malcolm Brogdon, it feels as though if you're a Sixers fan, like the guy never misses a three-point shot against the Sixers. Of course, he hit his only attempt tonight. Somewhat limited action in that first half just because Joe Mazzulla's gone heavy with Derrick White, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. But Brogdon can pop off. He's kind of an X factor as we shift gears to the second half.
Yeah, they're going to need Brogdon to get going here. Like we said, the non-main scorers have done it for the Sixers so far. The Celtics are going to need it here in the second half.
So who you got in Game 5? S for the Sixers, C for the Celtics. We want to hear from you down in the comments section. And, of course, we'll give you some shout-outs here. Nearly 700 people watching live on our Celtics stream. More than 100 people watching live on our Sixers stream. Let's do this. Which channel can pick up the most subscribers in the next minute here? So let me update the count. 8,962 subs on our Sixers channel. 14,805 on our Celtics channel. Let's start the clock. Which channel can pick up more subscribers? In the meantime, can you get a weigh-in to Super Chat battle ready? Sub to the channel, 76ers now, Boston Celtics today. We give you year-round coverage on both of these teams. Hopefully, obviously, one of them going to advance in the playoffs, so we'll continue our in-season coverage on one of these channels. But as soon as the season is over, of course, we're going to continue to talk about these squads. Free agency, the draft, that's coming up very, very quickly. The draft at the end of June, free agency right after that. 38 seconds in. Which channel picks up more subscribers? 14,805 for the Celtics, 8,962 for the Sixers. About 10 seconds left. The race is on. These two squads, rivals, competing in the playoffs on the floor, but also here at Chat Sports. All right, we reached a minute. On Sixers, picked up one new subscriber, and on Celtics, 4 new subscribers. So the Celtics get the edge there. In our Super Chat battle, though, it's 76ers now with the edge on Celtics today. $25 to 0. So that is our Super Chat battle. Our Super Chat menu. We did some shots a little bit earlier. Smelling salts, chug, beer bong, and a shotgun. Those are the big baller Super Chats. 50 and 100, beer bong or a shotgun, shots and chugs for the other stuff. And, of course, the smelling salts, too. So $25 to 0. We always appreciate your donations as well. And it allows you to basically ask anything that you want.
Within reason.
Within reason. Of course.
This ought to be an interesting second half. I'm curious to see. I think the foul trouble is a big storyline, especially with Jaylen Brown. He has 3. If he gets an early foul, what does Joe Mazzulla do? Does he send him back to the bench, or does he let him play through it?
Yeah. NBA draft lottery a week from tomorrow?
A week from today.
Week from today.
Yep. Next Tuesday.
Who do you like tonight? Nuggets, Suns?
I think I like the Nuggets at home. Apparently, Jokic, during his warm-up, went over to Matt Ishbia, the new owner of the Suns, and tossed him the ball, and they gave a handshake.
Oh, so here it is right here.
Yeah.
Gave him the rock, little dap up.
They're laughing about it, too. That's pretty funny.
And then, how do you say his name?
Ishbia.
Ishbia. Jokic gave him the rock, and then he just threw it on the floor. You didn't want the souvenir? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, shout out to him, though. I mean, he got his team an extra free throw with the technical foul.
Yeah. Who you got? S for the Sixers, C for the Celtics, Tony Fuentes. Sixers. Andrew Crewmaker,
Lord.
do not let up. Yeah, you can't let the Celtics back in this game if you're Philly.
I just took a sniff of the smelling salts. They are hitting.
They're hitting. Justin Jefferson, Lieutenant Powell, Aaron Fortune, and Q-Rob.
Justin Jefferson.
On the chat on Celtics. Just waiting for the second half to come back.
How's Minnesota, Justin?
Yeah, how's Minnesota? We had Steph Curry in the chat a little bit earlier as well. Adrian Rodriguez. The Celtics are looking bad. They have no answers. I would say they have no answers. I mean, I'd make the argument the Celtics are the more talented and deeper team. The Sixers just had a better first half. Can they polish it off here in the second half? That's the big question.
If you had to predict right now, who do you think wins the lottery?
Oh, the lottery? It's kind of a weird year where there wasn't really a terrible team. I mean,
well, Detroit was pretty bad.
I'd say the Pistons. I mean, the odds obviously in their favor. But it's really between the Pistons and who else?
The Pistons, and then there's two other teams that have the same odds at 14%.
Who's that? The Magic?
I believe it's Houston.
And Houston?
And maybe the Magic here. Let me go look real quick.
I mean, if Houston gets Victor Wembanyama, that's a scary squad.
Oh, that would be nuts.
They already have some really good young dogs on that team. I like how they've drafted. They get Wembanyama.
It's Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio.
San Antonio, that's right. Oh, Wembanyama going to the Spurs.
He's going to the Spurs.
He's going to San Antonio. There's no doubt. Yeah, the Spurs have been irrelevant for a little while. NBA is going to make them relevant again. The script is out for that.
I wouldn't hate it if he was paired with Luka Doncic in Dallas. I think that'd be cool.
What are their odds?
3%.
Okay.
To get the first pick.
Yeah. I don't know. With your Adam Silver and the NBA hates Mark Cuban, there's no chance that's going to happen.
There's zero chance that happens.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if the Mavericks didn't move back and they got their pick taken and sent to the Knicks.
So we're about to get the third quarter underway here. Sixers up 58-49. Toss me those salts, kid. Got to wake up for the second half. We stay awake, of course. More energy, I should say. Whew.
They're kicking.
Oh, they're kicking. Let's go! Second half action. Let's ride. Jamie, who is the best team in the NBA? Right now, might be the Lakers. AD and LeBron are awesome. There's no team in the NBA that can stop that 1-2 punch unless the Warriors come back. Corgi has the Warriors coming back. In the second half, the Sixers will move right to left. The Celtics left to right. The Celtics have lost 8 of their last 15 home playoff games. Harden guarded by Smart. A little bit of a different wrinkle here. That's because Jaylen Brown is in foul trouble. Harden going to try to back him down. Smart feisty. Now it's Tatum on Harden. Comes off the Embiid screen. Embiid now has it. Step back 3. Shot clock dwindling. Rattles out.
Kind of the exact same way the game started.
Yeah. Tatum up top, guarded by Harden. Look out. Kick out to Horford. To Smart. Hockey assist. Back iron off the mark. P.J. Tucker with the rebound. To Harris. Down low to Embiid. He flunked the layup, but Harris tips it in. Embiid had good positioning there on Al Horford. He just flat out missed it. Luckily, Toby was there. 60-49. Sixers up top by 11. White has Maxey on him. Hands it off to Smart. Smart to Tatum. Shot clock at 4. Tatum through the legs. Runner. No good. Fight for the rebound. Tatum has it. Sixers defense breaks down. Tatum lays it up. Free points there for JT. Harden with Horford on him now. Bounce pass to Embiid at the free throw line. Horford punches it away from Embiid. He's going to try to spin off him to Harden. Passes up on the three-point look. Step back three. And he gets fouled by Smart. I love when Smart complains about a call when Harden flops, when Smart is always the one who flops. Both of them flop a lot. But let's see. Also, he didn't give him landing space. And he hit his hand. So Harden to the line for 3 shots. Cambridge tuned in from Denver, Philly. So you live in both, or you're from one and you're living in another. Oh, best NBA team. That might be it. Jamie tuned in from Delaware. Ryan Rowe is back. Harden. Free throw. Got it. Can we get the 9,000 subs on our Sixers channel? We're 37 away now. 37 subscribers away from 9,000 on our Sixers channel. Harden, 3 of 3 at the line. Sixers up by 9 at halftime. Pushing that to 12. 63-51. Derrick White nearly lost it. Recouped the rock. Slings it to his left to Smart. Smart to his left to Brown. Crosses over Harden to Derrick White. Pump fake. Kick out. Horford. 3. Misses again. He's 0 of 7 from 3. Harden with the rebound. He beats White off the dribble. Back to Embiid. Elbow. Got the shooter's roll. Hit it. Sixers up by 14. Largest lead, 15. Smart. Thinking about a 3. Instead, hands it off to Brown. One-on-one against Harden. Beats him off the dribble as you could have predicted. Great pass. Oh, what a block by Embiid at the rim. He's able to stuff White, but Tatum drives on Embiid. Embiid meets him at the rim. Embiid didn't want the foul called. I thought it was clean, but Tatum's going to go to the line again. How do you not reward Embiid on that hustle? I mean, what a play by Embiid to block Derrick White at the rim. Sixers then get it stolen as Tatum took away the outlet pass. And Embiid just went straight up. Ball don't lie. Tatum missed the free throw. Shout out Rasheed Wallace, Philly legend. John Chaney recruited him to Temple. He went to UNC. I got over that. It's okay. Yeah. Tatum was 17, 4 of 13 from the floor. This will be his 11th free throw. And he's 9 of 11. Celtics within 13. Maxey picked up by White. Risky pass to Embiid. One-on-one against Horford. Horford in foul trouble. Embiid double team to Harris in the corner. Jab step, pull up, jumper, pure. Sixers back up by 15. Matches their largest lead of the game. Under 9 to go. Brown for 3. Bang, bang. Jaylen Brown with the triple. That's a big shot there for the Celtics. He has improved this game dramatically. It's unbelievable. He is the anti-Ben Simmons. All the ability, he actually worked on his craft. Simmons cool with being on the sideline, being a fashionista. Joel Embiid, mid-range with Horford's hand right in his face. Doesn't matter. The MVP puts the Sixers back up by 14. Embiid has 25. Brown, another 3. Too strong. White gets the loose ball. Harris has to be careful. He's called for his 4th foul. That is unbelievable. He might have to sit the rest of the third. And with his wing defense, that's a big loss for the Sixers. Now, Melton will come in, but doesn't have the height of Harris. Brown off the curl. And now P.J. Tucker, he will get called for a foul. You know, look, I just can't take, like, the soccer reaction to these fouls. It's just a little much. I mean, it does damage the product. Horford takes the inbounds pass, sends it to Brown. Brown to the low block to Tatum, guarded by Melton. Marcus Smart, open three, airballed it. Maxey, will he push? He'll slow it up. Crosses half court, guarded by White. Wants to go to Embiid. He's now double-teamed, is Embiid. Guarded by Horford, one-on-one. Another pull-up Jay. Little bit too strong. Sixers up by 14, 69-55, 7:30 left. Tatum will drive. Great defense from Melton. Jayson Tatum on some of these second chance points has been really good. He cleaned up his own mess. Team that wins a game 5 when the series is tied 2-2 wins 82% of the time. 187 and 41, 82% of the time. Harden, blocked by Smart. Here come the Celtics. They don't have numbers. White to Horford, cross court. Tatum, buying some time. He'll back it back out. Guarded by Embiid. Let loose a three. Can't connect. I think it's big for the Sixers to get a basket here. Harden to Melton. Melton, bounce pass to Tucker. Tucker back to Melton. Shot clock at 12. Embiid, double teamed. Thought he was fouled by Smart. They let him play. Maxey at the rim. Cleans up his own miss. Did they call a foul before he cleaned up his own miss? He missed. He made the second one, though. He missed and then had the putback. So I think Maxey's going to go to the line after this under 7 timeout. If you're having fun, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. We're having fun here. We're live on Sixers Now. We're live on Celtics Today. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels here. Updated look at our sub count on 76ers Now. 8,964 subscribers. We're 36 people away from 9K. Can we get there tonight? To the city of brotherly love, I'm challenging you. And then on Celtics, can we get to 15,000 subs tonight? We're up to 14,819. Why don't you get those ready after? 14,819 for Celtics. 8,964. We'll show the digits here coming up just around the corner. But first, let's tell you about our sponsor for our watch party tonight. It is Underdog Fantasy. 100% deposit match when you use our code CHATSPORTS at chatsports.com/underdog. We love their pick'em game, but also in addition to basketball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, hockey, esports, and more. Keep the fantasy fun going with Underdog Fantasy, the simplest and most rapidly expanding fantasy sports app around. In their pick'em game, you can select between 2 and 5 players and predict if they'll achieve higher or lower stat totals in their upcoming games for a chance to score big. Plus, try out the Rivals picks to pit 2 players against one another. Don't wait. Sign up with the promo code ChatSports to double your first deposit up to $100 at chatsports.com/underdog. Or you can download the app in the App Store. Must be 18 years old or older in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. I'm going to put this link in the chat on 76ers Now. Going to put it in the chat on Boston Celtics Today as well. Link is in the chat on both streams here. Let's go. So you look at our sub count here. Couple of great battles here. A couple of numbers that we're quickly approaching. 9,000 subs on our Sixers channel. 15,000 on our Celtics channel. We give you year-round content on both of these channels. News, rumors, analysis, live shows, watch parties. All of our content informative, educational, entertaining, also interactive, as you can see. And it's all free. Tony Fuentes in the chat saying, go Sixers. I see you, Tony. Jamie, Akey, and your local Ryan, the most recent comments on our Celtics stream. We've had 16,000 people join us on our Celtics channel so far tonight, approaching 3,000 people joining us on our Sixers channel. Let's break some records tonight, ladies and gentlemen. $20 super chat. I'll take a shot of Patron. Yo, YouTube said Sixers in 6. Muckraking Hogster said Sixers about to collapse. Never rule it out. Maxey at the line. Pure on the first free throw. Maxey's second free throw. Also good. Might be his first point since the first quarter, honestly. It's been a little while since Maxey scored. 71-57. Sixers holding on to a 14-point lead. Tatum from the corner. Triple. Rims out. That touched every portion of the rim. Embiid and Harden stay on the floor for Philadelphia. Have not sat here in the third. Embiid, bounce pass to Harden. He's guarded by Brogdon. Just outside of the right elbow. Going to try to take him to the cup. Out to Embiid. Embiid thought about a three. Now he'll take it. That was ugly. Derrick White to Tatum. Going to take Maxey off the dribble. Ball loose. And it's off on Maxey, I believe, right? Horford will check out. You have to imagine that Robert Williams will come in, and he does. Inbound goes to Jaylen Brown. Has 3 fouls. Pulls up at the elbow. Cash. Celtics down by 12. 5:40 left. 71-59 is the score. Maxey guarded by White. Slow-moving offensive possession here for Philly. Now Harden has it. Uses the Embiid screen to his advantage. Tries to get into the lane. Floater. Fouled. Harden will go to the line. Good patience there from Harden. There are a couple of bodies around him. I think they're going to get Robert Williams on the reach-in. $13 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for the Beard. Peter Thurman's in the chat. Let's go Sixers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sixers. 10, 9, 8. 76ers. On Celtics today, Godvillain, Q-Rob, WWF, Andrew Cock. Pause. All in the chat. Harden. Perfect from the line on that trip. Lead is once again 14 for Philly. 5:21 left in the third. Robert Williams, bounce pass to Brogdon, wide open for 3. And that's a rare miss from Brogdon from deep in this series. Harden gave up his dribble, kind of halted the Sixers' offensive possession. Maxey has Robert Williams on him. In the corner to Tucker, down to Embiid. Embiid guarded by Tatum. Double team to Maxey, to Tucker. Tucker, back to Maxey, 3-pointer, bang, it's good! Maxey dials it up from deep. Sixers up by 17, largest lead of the game.
Great relocation from Maxey after he handed it off to Tucker.
Maxey has 16. Brown looking to respond to Brogdon, to Tatum. 3-point ball, yes! Celtics within 14. 4:25 and counting here in the third. Tatum has 23, 6 of 19 from the field, 9 points from the line. Embiid, pump fake at the elbow. guarded by Williams. Takes the shot, nothing but nylon. Joel Embiid playing like an MVP tonight. Sixers back up by 16. Tatum will drive. Good defense from Embiid, but Tatum wins it at the 10. Once again, a 14-point advantage for Philly. Winner of a 2-2 series in Game 5 goes on to win a series about 82% of the time. Harden to Embiid at the free throw line again. He's been money there. This time he rims out. Tucker fights for it. Tips it to Melton. Out to Maxey. Shot clock resets at 14. Game clock is at 3:25. Harden to Embiid. Once again, free throw line. This time he got it again. The two-man game between Harden and Embiid. Sixers up by 16, 80-64. Tatum into the lane, rip-through move, off the mark, tipped out by Williams, going the other way. Tatum complaining to the officials, and how about this? Joe Mazzulla needs a different look. Peyton Pritchard checking into the ball game here. 150 people watching live on our Sixers channel. Please subscribe to the show as we close into 9,000 subs. We're 31 away.
The Pritchard move is a sign of desperation for me. I don't think Mazzulla has any idea what's going on out there and is trying to spark something.
So is this. Brown on Harden with 3 fouls, and Harden gets fouled. That's going to be Brown's 4th. He came down in his landing area. Let's see if he came down in his landing area here. He met his hand, Coop. He met his hand. No, you can't. You got to be able to follow through on your shots.
High five is legal in the NBA.
How about the landing area?
I didn't see where he landed, but Harden definitely kicked his foot out a little bit.
Peter Thurman is a real one. Michael Spack is a real one. Sports and Fishing, real one. Manohar, great live stream. Thank you so much for watching. Can we get to 9,000 subs on our Sixers channel? At last check, we were 31 away. Now we're 29 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, subscribe. Michael Spack saying this is the worst Celtics game ever. It is not over yet. It is not over yet.
Why do you say it's not over yet?
Because the Sixers have a long history of blowing playoff games.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
They haven't beat the Celtics in a playoff series since '82. I was 10 years away from being thought about. Walter Miller, the legend. This game is ours to win. Let's go. Do we have any Sixers fans watching on our Celtics channel? Type Y for yes. If that's the case, I'll give you a link here, and you can join our Sixers channel and subscribe.
For you hockey fans out there, Carolina Hurricanes about to take a 3-1 lead on the Devils.
Wow. Cambridge, Mary, Tommy Finch, Joby, all Sixers fans watching on our Celtics channel. Here's our Sixers stream. I'm putting that into the chat. Once you come over to Sixers, I want you to say here, here, type here. We'll give you some shout outs here. Break in action, you're not missing anything. Great audience on our Celtics show. Great audience here on our Sixers show. Walter Miller, hope you're right, brother. Philly Jonas, he's here. Alan Gamble here. Cambridge here. Tony Fuentes here. Robot Now is here. Philly fan also here. We got nearly 170 people watching live. Make sure you subscribe. Closing in on 9,000 subs. Cooper, 29 away if you want to update that graphic. Year-round coverage on the Sixers. I grew up in Westchester, right outside of Philly. So to cover the NBA at this level has been awesome. Chase Brewer, nice name. Philly fan, shout out you. Saying, what up? This is so dope. Lori Harper, any relation to Bryce? Here. David Teague, Mary, Joby, all here. Joby from Abington, not far from Westchester. Walter Miller, tell the people to like the video. Ron, Philly. Alexis, watching the channel from Jamaica. You love to see it. Philly fan lives in Westchester. Grew up in Westchester, 926 and 202. It's two pretty popular streets. Yeah. Two highways. Colin is in Texas. Eagle 1 in Westchester as well. Lion Bird, Wilmington. My mom used to work at the DuPont Hospital in Delaware near Wilmington. Harden misses the first free throw. Ball don't lie, huh? That's what Coop wants.
Just wanted to be called fair both ways, man. I mean, that was a clear flop from Harden.
Delco from Eagle 1. Yo, Delco in the house,
Get some water ice.
Sixers up by 16, man. Harden at the line. Hits the second. Yeah, bull. Walter Miller, Philly. Sixers up by 17 once again. 81-64. 2:44 left in the third. Harden, 2 of 3 from the line. Sixers up by 18, their largest lead of the game at 82-64, under 3 to go here in the third quarter. On the floor for Boston, Smart, Williams, Tatum, Pritchard, Brogdon. Alley-oop to Williams, dunks it home. Easy deuce. Pritchard guarding Maxey. Last time we saw him in this series, extended action, game 2 blowout. When Mike Muscala even got into the game. Melton on the left wing, looking for Embiid. Embiid is guarded by Smart. Might get doubled, though. He does. Behind the back pass to Melton. Shot clock at 3. Embiid needs to throw it up. Desperation heave. Awful possession there for the Sixers. What is Melton doing? Try to take it to the rack, my man. .206 left. 82-66 the score. Smart slow walks it past half court. Guarded by Niang. He's going to step up. Thought about a 3. Then Embiid got in his face. Oh, poke out from Tatum. Outlet to Melton. Pump fake gets Smart in the air. Melton easy 2. Good defense there from the Sixers. It all started with Melton. Smart. Fouled by Maxey. That's a good call. That's a good call. 181 people watching live on our Sixers channel. Please make sure you subscribe. We're closing in on 9,000 subscribers. We're 22 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sixers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subscribe. We have people tuned in from the Philippines on our Celtics show. Type P if you're watching from the Philippines. Brogdon guarded by Daniel House. Tatum hits the floater, bucket and the harm. He's going to go to the line for the three-point play. I'm not sure what Melton did there. 27 points for Tatum. Eight of 22 from the field for JT. 9 of 11 from the line. 9 rebounds as well. The Sixers pretty much playing the rest of this third quarter without Tobias Harris. He has 4 fouls. Tatum hits the free throw. Big end of the quarter here for both teams. 15-point Sixers advantage. Maxey crosses half court. Good first quarter, a little bit silent since then. Maxey going to take a 3. Front iron. No good. Celtics going to push. Tatum to the cup. Blocked by Embiid. Here come the Sixers. Push by House. Into the lane. Layup. Got it to go. Daniel House, one of the unsung heroes here. Sixers up by 17. Last night it was Lonnie Walker for the Lakers. Now Daniel House getting some run. Smart. Kick out. Tatum. Up top. Brogdon. He'll drive. Fade away. Too short. Embiid rebound. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Maxey, Embiid, Melton, Niang, and House for Philly. Shot clock at 12. Maxey can't shake Pritchard. Goes back to Embiid. Embiid wants to take Williams off the dribble. He can't. Settles for a long two. No. Gives it up to Maxey. Floater. Got it. Sixers up by 19. Biggest lead of the ball game here for either squad. Game clock 26. Shot clock 21. Tatum's slow walk. He's at the Celtics logo. Shot clock down to 12. Tatum will drive. Thought about a step back. Sends it to his left to Brogdon. Back to the left wing to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Melton on him. Pull up. 3. Bang! It's good! Celtics needed it. They got it from Tatum. Game clock at 5. Maxey past half court. Pull up 3 from deep. Too short. And we go to the fourth quarter. Sixers up by 16. 88-72. Type those 4s in the chat. Type those 4s in the chat. Walter Miller typing those 4s. Tony Fuentes typing those 4s. Xavier Flory typing those 4s. Type those 4s. We're going to the fourth. People watching from Indonesia on our Celtics channel, type those 4s as well. Clayton Golgan, I see ya. Tony, Justin Jefferson, Jesse Putnam. Type those 4s. Practical Dean, I see you there as well. Anybody going to send in a $20 super chat? Shots of Patron on deck. Fourth quarter time. Type your 4s. Coop, we're coming in for a landing.
Coming in for a landing, but I think this is a pretty comfortable lead here for the Sixers.
Stop it.
If I'm a Sixers fan right now, I'm not worried. I think this game's in the bag, and we're going back to the Wells Fargo Center in Philly with the 3-2 lead. I think this game, I'm going to declare it over.
Coop said it.
It's over.
He said over. Alina's from Philly. Mary typing those 4s. She said fourth. Let's get it. Let's show them the Super Chat menu one time. We'll show you the Super Chat menu here. $5 for a Super Chat. It's a rectangular box with the $ through it. We'll do some smelling salts here. $10 and $20. I'm going to take a shot. If it's 20, 2 shots. 50, beer bong. 100, shotgun. That's our Super Chat menu for the show tonight. Walter Miller saying Game 6 in Philly will be a closeout game. If that's the case, place is going to be electric. But at the same time, if the Sixers fall down or don't play well, it's going to be sphincter tightening season in Philadelphia. If you're watching us here on our Sixers channel, we're 19 subscribers away from 9,000. The bosses just texted me and said, if you don't get the 9K tonight, the channel gets deleted. I don't want that to happen as a guy who grew up in the Philly area. So please subscribe. Michael Spack said, you want smelling salts? Smell those Celtics. Alina typing brotherly love. Achy Dragon, 12 gauge? No. Beer shotgun, even better. We also have a new shotgun tool that'll debut if we get that. Jordana Molina said, go Philadelphia. Going to put up a new poll question here. Yeah, I'm doing it on Sixers.
We have new poll questions up on both our channels. Be sure to vote in them.
Yep. Jaylen Brown, download to Robert Williams, batted away by Daniel House. Ball remains with Boston, though. Celtics will inbound underneath their hoop. Pritchard remains in the game. It's Pritchard, Brown, Brogdon, Williams, and Smart. Melton punches it away from Jaylen Brown. Foul called on him. Paul George, Chase, I'm muting my TV to listen to you. My man, I appreciate you. Thank you, PG. Smart, guarded by Niang. Don't love this matchup if you're the Sixers. Now it's Reed on Smart. Smart into the lane. Foul will go to the line. Embiid getting a much-needed rest. I'm honestly not sure if he sat at all in that third quarter. He did not. Pretty sure he played all 12 minutes there, so he needs a breather. Smart to the line here. For the Sixers to start the fourth, it's Niang, Reed, Harden, Melton, and who else? What's the last one? I haven't seen it yet. Daniel House Jr. House will bring it up. Drops it off for Melton. Tries to rip through on Pritchard. Comes off the screen. Thought about a three. Kick out Niang. Niang will drive. Floater, no good. Out on Niang. He blew it. He knew it. Had an opportunity there to get two. Could not convert. Tatum leading the Celtics in points, rebounds, and assists. Smart. Turnover. Reed. Steal. Here come the Sixers. Harden to House in the lane. Hangs in the air. Banks it in. Daniel House. What is going on? Last night, Lonnie Walker. Tonight, Daniel House. 90-74. Jaylen Brown into the lane. Layup. No good. Williams tip in. Off the mark. Basketball remains with Boston. Tatum back in for Boston. Brown gets the inbounds. Rises up on Melton from about 10 feet. Got it to go. Harden comes off the screen. Has Williams on him. Back to House. Pump fake. Into the lane. Euro! He lays it up! Daniel House going off here in Boston. 92-76. 12 bench points for Philly, 9 for the Celtics. Brogdon in the lane. Good offense, man. Paul Reed was all over him. Big bucket for the C's. Harden picked up at the opposite free throw line by Pritchard. Pritchard tried to flop. No foul. Harden for three. Back iron off the mark. Jaylen Brown climbs the ladder for the board. Celtics trying to mount a comeback. Tatum into the lane. Runner and the foul. Celtics down by 12. Tatum will go to the line to try to make it 11. Walter Miller. Chase, we have over 170 people watching, only 77 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video if you want the Sixers to win. We're 22 likes away from 100. Let's get there. Tatum hits the free throw. 11-point game. Harris checks in and Embiid stays on the bench. Harden crosses half court. Guarded by Horford. Goes to House. House back to Harden. Shot clock at 10. Harden double team. Goes to House. Out to Maxey. Wide open three. Bang! It's good! Maxey with the answer. Sixers up by 14. Brown into the lane. Fouled by Harris. That's his fifth. That's big for the Sixers. That's honestly really big.
Be sure to sub on both our channels, 76ers and Celtics. YouTube.com/CelticsTV. YouTube.com/76ersTV.
Subscribe to both of our channels here. 200 people watching live on our Sixers show. 19 likes away from 100. Smash that thumbs up icon, like the video if you want the Sixers to win. On our Celtics show, nearly 1,000 people watching live, 225 likes. Like the video over there if you want the Celtics to win. Brown 0-2 at the free throw line. Sixers up by 14. Approaching 9 minutes left here in the fourth. Maxey with White on him as Derrick White just checked in. Sixers 20-23 at the line. Celtics 21-28. Maxey down low to Embiid. To House. He lost it. Horford will push for Boston. To White. To Brogdon. Pump fake. Runner. No good. Tucker rebound. Sixers should push here. Harden wants to up the tempo. Brogdon's on him. Couple dribbles through his legs on the left wing. Comes off the Embiid screen. Back out to Embiid. Wide open for three. Yes! Joel Embiid puts the Sixers up by 17. Joe Mazzulla timeout. Embiid has 3 3-pointers in this game. He's having the game of the series. We said in the pregame he needed to be the best player on the floor, and he has been tonight. Nikola who? Joel Embiid, Himothy. He's up to 32 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Wow, what a game. Thomas Bridges in the house. Shout out Bill Pollock, Walter Miller, saying this game is over. It's far from over. Underdog Fantasy, our sponsor for tonight's show. Game 5 between the Celtics and the Sixers. 100% deposit match at chatsports.com/underdog. Draft the team, win cash. Get 5 picks right. 20 times your money is what you could get if you use our link in our promo code. Underdog Fantasy is where it's at. Really excited to talk about our sponsor here. Underdog Fantasy is the premier destination for NBA fans looking to play fantasy sports for real money with a wide range of games including daily drafts, season-long best ball and player pick'em. Underdog Fantasy has something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to win big and experience their user-friendly platform, world-class customer service, and easy withdrawals. Chatsports.com/underdog, promo code ChatSports. Lock us in. Support the show. On our Sixers show, 16 people away from 9,000 subscribers. 16 people away. Coop, let's go sub only who you got on Sixers. Let's see if we can get there. On our Celtics show, closing in on 15,000 subscribers. We're 135 away over there. Peter Thurman saying, let's go. Who you got? S for the Sixers, C for the Celtics. Everybody on Sixers who's subscribed and commenting, I'm giving you a shout out right now. If you haven't subscribed, do so. We're about to get the 9,000 subs. Can we get there with this push? Tony Fuentes, real one. Walter Miller, he's a real one. Who else is a real one? Peter Thurman is a real one. Christian is a real one. Joby, a real one. Grant Holmes, Justin Jefferson, Gary Shaw, Tyler Sherman, you're all real ones. Kanye Mills, Lahiam Bird, real ones. At last check, we were 16 people away from 9,000. We're 13 away from 9,000. Show us some love and subscribe. For Sixers fans watching on our Celtics stream, if you're watching on our Celtics channel, please type me. I'll send you the Sixers stream on our Celtics channel. Come over here and subscribe. Probably, depending on what happens. Jaylen Brown going to drive on Embiid. He finishes. The link for our Sixers stream is in the Celtics chat. Come over, hang out with us. You can turn it off now, Coop. Maxey has it near side. Behind the back, dribble. He maintains his dribble, guarded by Tatum. Now guarded by Smart. Comes up top. Maxey has to create. Pull up. Got it to go! What a big shot from Tyrese Maxey. Sixers up by 17. Under 8 to go. Brown to Tatum. Tatum for 3. Back iron. Gets the rebound though. Drive. Stolen by Harden. Sixers have numbers. 3-on-2. Alley-oop from Harden to House. Somehow he finishes. He had to show the bunnies. But he lifts up, puts the Sixers up by 19. Joby said Maxey for mayor. He's probably better than their current mayor. No push-off from Brown. Triple. No good. Smart. Rebound. Foul on the floor on either Tucker or House. Jim Kenney, mayor of Philadelphia, is a fraud. He's a fraud. Get him out of office. He's done a terrible job. Crime rate, yes, of course. But crime rate is some of the worst that it's ever been in Philadelphia. Jim Kenney for fraud. Marcus Smart at the line. Because somebody said Maxey for mayor. Maxey would do a better job in office. Smart's first free throw. No politics. Smart's first free throw is good. Christopher Combs typing that S for the Sixers. Joby said, oh yes, so true. Walter Miller, he can feel it in the air tonight. A lot of time left. 17-point Sixers lead. Maxey guarded by White. To Embiid. You don't want Embiid just by half court with the shot clock at 10. No, sir. He dribbles off his foot. Turnover. Get the ball out of Embiid's hands. Put him on the low block. Why is he by half court? Smart to his left to Brown. Guarded by Embiid. Sticks the 3. Sixers lead is 14. 102-88. Nine subs away from 9,000 subscribers on Sixers now. Let's get to 9 for Andre Iguodala. On our Celtics stream. Looking over on Celtics today. We're 123 people away from 15,000 subs. So, Coop, let's go sub only over there. Who you got? S for the Sixers, C for the Celtics. Nico, Sibs Talk. Thank you for your votes. Salvador, I see you as well. Who you got? S for the Sixers, C for the Celtics. Let us know over on Celtics today. Tony Fuentes likes the Sixers. Andrew wants Iguodala subs. We're almost there. AD likes the Sixers. Tony Finch likes the Sixers. Vic, Agon, Mr. Bird, Andrew Crewmaker. Type in those S for the Sixers. Christian Gifford, Tony Finch. Greg Tynan said, what? Paul George still has faith in the Celtics. C. Gunna, S for the Sixers. Rashard Lee, Chase, what's your all-time starting 5? Wow, great question. Shaquille O'Neal at the 5.
Rashard Lee, the homie.
Rashard Lee, real one. Shaquille O'Neal at the 5. Allen Iverson running point. Let me get LeBron at the 4. MJ has to be in there, of course. Shit. I might go Kobe at the 2. That's tough, though. That's tough. I said Jordan. He's on there.
Give me Shaq.
Give me LeBron playing the 4.
Give me
Shaq at the 5. Who do you got?
Can I be biased and take Dirk?
Of course.
I'll take Dirk. I'll take LeBron. I'll take Jordan at the 1. Who am I taking at the 1?
Steph?
Yeah, probably.
Steph?
I like Steph. I was thinking Steve Nash maybe.
Magic?
Yeah, I'll take Steph.
Ben Simmons?
I like Steph.
Ben Simmons at the 1?
No. Ben Simmons didn't even make his national team this summer.
No.
Because he's a stiff.
Your local Ryan said Muggsy at the 5. That's good stuff right there. How many subs do we pick up on Celtics there? A few more. You could take sub-only chat off. But let us know who you got. 233 people watching live on our Sixers show. Can the Sixers close it out? Thomas Bridges, the utter disrespect for Timmy Duncan. All-time winner.
F. Tim Duncan.
He could be the 4.
He's a
Coop's
stiff.
a Mavs fan, though, so of course he doesn't like Tim Duncan because San Antonio put their balls in the Mavericks' mouth for 2 decades.
Is that true?
Yes.
I don't think it is.
How many titles did the Spurs
It's
win?
5-1.
Exactly right. Thank you. Case closed. Tobias Harris on the floor. He has 5 fouls. Maxey running point. It's Maxey, Tucker, Embiid, Harris, Harden for Philly. Shot clock at 10. Maxey up top. Gets into the lane. Finger roll layup. Maxey got it. 104-88. Brown gave up his dribble. Now White has it in the corner. He's going to try to take Embiid. Embiid, good defense. May have gotten a piece. Sixers on the run. Maxey in the corner for 3. No good. Heat check. And then Embiid called for a foul. 6:06 left. 16-point Sixers lead. Just north of 6 minutes left, Aegon. Colin, K85, said Money Maxey. Who's subscribed to 76ers now? If you're not, you ain't alive. Sub now. 8 subscribers away from 9,000. Sixers in the penalties, so Celtics go to the line. Jaylen Brown hits the free throw. 15-point lead for the Sixers. Your local Ryan said to Rashard Lee, Magic at the 1, Kobe at the 2. He went 2 Kobe, Shaq, and then Hakeem. 15-point game. 104-89. Maxey guarded by White. Sixers spread it out. Harden guarded by Brown. Tried to go to Harris in the corner. Tipped away by White out of bounds. Shot clock at 6 when we resume. 5:48 remaining. Harden will inbound. I think they're going to try to go to Embiid. They do. They loft it to Embiid. He's guarded by Horford. Dribbled through the leg. Shot clock at 2. Embiid lost it. Good defense from Horford. Brown into the lane. Blocked by Embiid again. Maxey saves it. Hands it off to Harden. Sixers in no rush here. What a defensive play by Embiid on the chase down block. Looked like LeBron on Iguodala. Embiid spins off Brown. He gets fouled. He's going to the line.
We said Joel Embiid needed to be the MVP tonight. He has been the MVP tonight. What a game from Joel Embiid.
Embiid, regular season, 86% from the line. In the playoffs, even better, 91%. Of course, he misses right there as I say that. 250 people watching live on our Sixers show. This is Philadelphia 76ers Now. We're 4 subscribers away from 9,000. Please help us out. Subscribe for year-round coverage on the Sixers. Post-game show coming your way as well. Sixers up by 15, 104-89, 5:23 left. Embiid hits the second free throw. 105-89. On the floor for Boston, Brown, Robert Williams, Jayson Tatum, Derrick White, and Marcus Smart. Brown's three-pointer from the left wing. Way too strong. Sixers rebound. And Harden going to stop his dribble because Doc Rivers is going to call a timeout. He wants to gather his team, relay the message that you cannot choke this away. Joseph Peroni, how about the All-Sixers team? That is a great question. Of course, you have to have Mo Cheeks as your point guard. Let's do that. Allen Iverson as the two guard. Iggy for defensive purposes. Look, a lot of y'all might hate it, but Iguodala is going to be a basketball Hall of Famer. Let's think about the players that we have to fit in still, though.
Dr. J,
Charles Barkley, Joel Embiid, and Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, how do you decide between
Does
Wilt
count?
and Embiid?
I guess he does.
Yes. He's a Sixer.
Yeah.
So Mo Cheeks, AI, that's your backcourt. You have to have Charles Barkley in there. That's 3. Dr. J is 4. Then it comes down to Embiid or Wilt. I might go Embiid for floor spacing.
Now, forgive my ignorance, but wasn't Wilt with the Philly Warriors at the time?
Yeah, but he's a Sixer.
Is he? I don't know.
So let's go Embiid, then.
I'll take Embiid.
Let's go Embiid. Thomas Bridges said Wilt. He certainly did more damage in the bedroom than Joel Embiid.
He did.
10,000, right?
I think 20,000. No, maybe it was 10,000. I don't know, but still. Either way. A quick Google search?
20,000
I thought it was 20,000.
According to Wilt.
Can you think about how much that is?
Largest playoff win at Boston for the Sixers, 16 points. It came in 1955, ladies and gentlemen. Sixers will inbound. Coming off the Doc Rivers timeout. Harden will be the inbounder. Goes to Maxey. Shot clock at 15. Game clock approaching 5. Maxey into the lane. Hangs. Can't hit. Put back. No good. Loose ball foul on Robert Williams, I believe. Under 5 minutes left. Maxey's actually going to go to the line. I think they called a shooting foul here. A little bit late. Maybe on the tip-in. Maxey hits the first. 106-89. Sixers leading. DeAndre, is Maxey officially elite now? You need to do it more than one game, but what he did against Brooklyn in the first round was certainly elite. And I said in our pregame show, outside of Embiid and Harden, Maxey and Harris need to step up. Harris did outside of getting in foul trouble. Maxey's been sensational tonight. 9,000 subs on our Sixers channel. Thank you for the love. Tatum guarded by Tucker. He's going to get into the lane. Easy money for Jayson Tatum. 4:41 left. Celtics down by 16. Tatum has 36 on 27 shots. Maxey going to get into the lane. Kick out. PJ Tucker. Bang, bang, Tucker gang. Buries the 3 from the corner pocket. His first bucket of the night. 110-91 Coop. 110-91. Jaylen Brown. He'll now drive. Fouled by Embiid. $940 people watching on our Celtics stream. 261 on 76ers now. $110-91. Brown hits the free throw. 110-92 now. Maxey will bring it up. He's really been the primary ball handler here in Game 5 down the stretch for the Sixers. Going to try to beat Derrick White. Step back three. He's on fire! Tyrese Maxey in fuego. Buries it in the eye hole of Derrick White. The Sixers are up by 21. Joe Mazzulla, empty the bench. We're going back to Philly with the Sixers up 3-2. Biggest lead tonight for Philly. What a road performance here. Maxey for three. If we have any Celtics fans watching, or any Sixers fans, watching on our Celtics show, I'm going to give you the Sixers stream here. You can come out and hang out with us. Sixers stream. I put the link in the Celtics chat. We'll be live for a post-game show as well. 280 people watching live on 76ers now. Waffle Crusher. Yo, I love Maxey. You spelled it right the first time, actually, Waffle. Michael Spack. All in all, good team effort by the Sixers. Celtics fans starting to go home. And the Celtics do empty the bench. Luke Cornett with the three. 113.95. Daniel House checks in for the Sixers. Maxey finds him to avoid the 8-second violation. Shot clock at 7. Is Maxey going to cook Mike Muscala? Sidestep three. No good. Maxey almost got in his bag there. Pritchard thought about a three. To Mike Muscala. Muscala back to Pritchard. Pritchard will let loose a three. He buries it. 15-point game. 3 minutes left. Tobias Harris will inbound. Goes to Maxey. Celtics on the full court press. Harris back to Maxey. They just beat it. Now Harris has it. Shot clock at 10. Game clock at 2:40. He gets double teamed. Goes to Tucker. Tucker runner. Front iron. Off the mark. No touch there from PJ. Pritchard. Going to try to take House. Euro step. Can't hit. Tucker with the rebound. He'll give it up to Maxey. Maxey gave up his dribble. Goes to Harris. 8-second violation there. 2:11 left. Sixers up by 15. Joel Embiid out of the game. Shake Milton going to check in for the Sixers here. More than 300 people watching live on our Sixers channel. This is Philadelphia 76ers Now. I'm Chase Sr. Grew up in Westchester, went to Temple. Wanted cornrows and tattoos when I was a kid like Allen Iverson. Please subscribe for that reason alone. Thomas Bridges, Oklahoma legend Shake Milton. Celtics hit a three, down by 12, 2 minutes left. It was Pritchard again. Milton gave up his dribble, turnover Sixers. This could be a Doc Rivers special here. Celtics down by 12. 9-0 Celtics run. Pritchard step back, doesn't hit it. Ball out of bounds, Sixers basketball. Update the scoreboard. 101 for Boston. Sixers have just had trouble on the full court press. Doc Rivers going to call a timeout. This game is not over. Oh, Lyatt in Westchester right now, junior at Henderson. I went to Ruston. My senior year, 2010, Henderson baseball won the state championship. Sean McCormick, no-hitter in the state title game. His brother Chaz, now the center fielder for the Astros. Michael Spack said the Sixers don't need to score anymore. I disagree. This is a game. This is a game. 12 points with 2 minutes left. We've seen crazier things happen. Thomas Bridges, no. Teacher did not tell me about you guys meeting Allen Iverson. My mom, this is actually a pretty funny story. My mom and dad used to live in San Antonio. Larry Brown at that point was the coach of the Spurs. My mom and Larry Brown went to this workout class together. So Larry Brown invited my mom and dad to his house for a New Year's Eve party. My mom got thrown into his pool during that New Year's party. And Larry Brown gave her like a jumpsuit to wear. So all these years later, when I turned 8 in 2000, my mom reached back out to Larry Brown, told him the story, and Larry Brown got me game-worn Allen Iverson autographed shoes. Pretty wild story. Sixers finally get an inbounds, right. Harris going to try to drive, tiptoes the line, he steps out of bounds. What are the Sixers doing? The Celtics are down by 12. DeAnthony Melton's going to check in. 1:38 left. Why is Embiid not in the game? You're telling me that Peyton Pritchard and Mike Muscala are going to bring the Celtics back here? Hauser for 3. That's no good. House rebound. Gives it up to Harden. Harden fouled by Luke Cornett. 1:27 left. 1,100 people watching live on our Celtics channel. Subscribe. We're closing in on 15,000 subscribers. We're 96 away. Can we get to 15,000 subscribers on Celtics today? 96 away. Harden sidestep. Back out to Melton. Sixers finally break the press. Maxey into the corner to House. Shot clock at 10. Maxey cross court to Harden. They're burning some clock. Melton at the elbow. Going to try to take Muscala. Fakes him out. Tip in off the miss. Got it. Sixers fans might be able to breathe a little bit easier. Pritchard, guarded by Harden. Dribbles behind his back. Out to Grant Williams for 3. Short. Sixers rebound. That might do it. Maxey cross court to Harris. Game clock 42, shot clock 15. Maxey has it center circle. Think Philly's going to take the shot clock violation. They will. So 115, 101. Sixers up by 14. 25 seconds on the game clock, 22 on the shot clock. Pritchard will drive it. He'll lay it up. Back to a 12-point game. 21.1 seconds left. Where's Tracy McGrady at? Harden gets it up court to Daniel House. And with the shot clock unplugged, that's going to do it. For the 400 people watching live here on 76ers Now, stick with us for our post-game show. You want to send in a question or a super chat? You can do that. Most importantly, please subscribe. Sixers going to take a 3-2 series lead over Boston with Game 6 in Philadelphia, potential closeout game coming up on Thursday night. Mark McCarthy said ouch again. Christian Gifford said Embiid. Christian, if you're a Sixers fan, tune into our Sixers stream. The link is in the chat. 1,200 people watching live on Celtics today. That's going to do it. The Sixers are going to take down Boston in improbable fashion on the road as they got a very well-rounded effort here. And Walter Miller, you are right, fam. Christian with the fire emojis. If you want a post-game show, type me. Type me if you want a post-game show. Type me if you want a post-game show. Let's talk about it here. We've broken records here on Sixers Now. Most views for a single watch party. And we got past 9,000 subscribers. Greg Tynan also wants a post-game show. The Sixers tonight on the road shot nearly 51% from the floor, 12 of 30 from three-point range, 23 of 27 from the line. They outshot Boston on threes, percentage-wise, on field goals, on free throws, as the Celtics missed 9 free throws in this game. "36 points in the paint for both of these squads. Largest lead for the Sixers was 21. What we're going to do here, we want to revert some people over to our Sixers channel. And we're going to sign off on our on our Celtics channel. So that link is in the Celtics chat. If you want to come hang out with us, if you're watching on Celtics, we're going live on our Sixers stream. So come join us over there. I put the link in the chat a couple of times. So hit that. Come over here on Philadelphia 76ers Now. And we'll do our post-game show. Yeah, it's a little early. We'll definitely think about it. I wouldn't even mind just keep trying for tonight, but we'll talk about it. Yeah, I see both sides, honestly. Either way, I don't know how well they do. So for everybody watching our Celtics show, if you want to come join us on 76ers Now, we're going to recap the game over there. The link is in the chat. Thanks to everybody for watching. We'll be back for Game 6, so subscribe, join us, and we'll see you then on Celtics Today. We're continuing on 76ers Now.